Y'all ready for a recap?
Let's boogie.
Let's get this funky bread.
Alright then. Previously, on the Arcanum Genesis. Hey, it's post-production Tao here. I'm just here to warn our listeners today, all two of you, that we had some problems with the synchronization at the beginning of the episode. The Discord call audio did not record correctly, so I wasn't able to properly sync everyone. So I tried my best. Bear with us here if our audio seems a bit off this episode, because it is. Alright, enjoy the episode. A strange figure arriving amongst the heated combat with the drow made themselves known. A tabaxi from Sivorn, Senus. You all conversed for a short while after dispatching the drow, two of them escaping by arcane means, before Lorelei contacted you all, asking to meet with you in the upper district of the city. Sanus requested to follow along, and you all obliged him. Making your way out of the sequestered corner of the city, you made your way to the center of the upper district, where you saw Lorelei's airship, the Endurance, landed in the middle of the vast open courtyard in front of the High Council's halls. Amble quickly asked a guard for information on if Lorelei was on the ship, to which the guard didn't know, so Amble decided to be an asshole to said guard, unfortunately paying the price later. Making your way to the airship, you were greeted by Lorelei, who promptly descended and spoke with you all. They told you of the goings-on in Ironlock, how Avar, Zephyr, and Tivian were providing aid. Soon after, Avar and Zephyr appeared, passing through a teleportation circle unharmed, although a bit exhausted. Sanus seemingly recognized Avar, and when asked, Avar's joyous expression dropped. Sanus quickly enough diffused the tension and explained as vaguely as he could, for Avar's sake, and more so his own. Lorelei began to explain what needed to be done in preparations for the Frostborn's arrival at the front gates of Everstone. The ancient artillery needed maintenance, and the Frostborn agents within the city needed to be investigated. The Snowdrifts decided to begin first with finding the scraps and parts Lorelei needed to repair the ancient cannons, to which Sanus expressed his interest in coming along, as he too had something he was looking for in the abandoned sectors of Everstone. Lorelei explained the dangers of the abandoned sector and the ancient lore of what happened in Everstone during the Calamity, and gave them clearance to pass by the military checkpoint stationed at the entrance to the sectors. Before long, you all made your way down below the city, with your newly found ally alongside you. Making your way into the depths, you all skulked deeper, past a Nightwalker which sapped your life in its mere presence, before being caught by the monstrosities below. A brief encounter and a close call later, you dispatched the few that were assailing you on your descent to the next level below, to which you were able to slip past the hulking beasts with many glowing yellow eyes that clashed with the monstrosities above. Your travels through the ancient abandoned city in ruin was tasking, and in time you found a structurally sound safe house, one you spent the night to rest in. Your watches went by without issue, but not without worry. Spectral figures watching from the distance, vanishing after you avert your gaze. But you all continued on, and made your way into a building that Sanus was able to identify as seemingly a crypt of sorts, the other passageways being blocked by masses of rubble. In time, while walking down with the long winding halls, you are surrounded by these wandering spirits you saw in the ruined streets above. And this is where we will resume. If there's any brief movement or words you have, speak them now, or roll initiative.
Well, I guess if God even says that I'm an asshole, I probably should change something, huh?
I mean,
Probably.
probably.
So...
You have a few
What do you
moments
got,
before
Imp?
initiative if you want to say something or move position on the map.
Does screaming count as saying something?
Sure.
Ah!
Well, we'll
Okay.
see if this works at all, but Sennis is gonna step forward just a tiny bit and command, "Let me pass. My inheritance grants me access to this crypt. Let me through as curse bearer."
Make a hold. Please hold. I need to look at what skill I need you to check.
That's a hell of an opener, Lark.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in my notes real quick.
I'd say either roll persuasion at advantage, or a straight history.
Let's do the straight history, because that's actually pretty decent. 16.
So you all watch as Senu steps forward and speaks out towards them. The two spirits in front immediately almost recoil back at hearing this, glancing almost towards each other with this almost confused look. The one in the back also backing up a little bit. The other specters looking confused. And they aren't actively attacking, but they aren't really moving either.
Well, let's give them a little bit more convincing. Sennis steps forward once more, draws his sword, and, with the same action, slices it along his arm, letting it coat in blood, and letting the electricity flow off of it, casting Crimson Rite. 2
Alright.
damage to himself.
So you take 2 damage as you cut into yourself as your blade wreathes itself in lightning. And this now flash of light fills the chamber from the blade, and you see the eyes of this thing almost illuminate in seeing it. And immediately all the specters just begin to back up and phase away. And in addition, you see the wraiths seemingly back up and press against the wall, an ethereal blade in each of their hands, and they just hold it up above them as if a salute.
Holy shit, Sanus.
The fuck, man?
Okay. That worked.
Let's
We
just say I
good?
had a hunch that they are, kin of sorts. Let us pass quickly before they change their minds.
I'm definitely gonna be pulling Orin along. All right, come on, girl. Let's go quick.
I look to Imp and Mios, and I have my hands held out. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Mias is shrugging.
I'm returning that. I'm doing the same. I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. The hell is all this shit?
What the hell? Let's go. Let's move.
Yeah.
And you all continue forward through these winding tunnels.
Damn, Lark. What a display.
It was good. He said the right thing.
I had a feeling, a hunch, we'll say.
Wow.
Yeah.
So on
And
Yeah,
there we
all
we
your
go.
fucking
Tao-
history shit.
Yeah, Tao did not let by literally anything about this, even though I definitely asked about it. So
You asked, and I was like, you could try.
maybe that'll work. The usual
Maybe.
thing.
Try.
You can certainly
Well.
try.
A W's a W. Let's get our prize.
But you all continue forward, and reach seemingly what is the end of this crypt, where there's another stairwell going up, and you'd be able to put together that at this point, you've passed by the massive piles of rubble above. As you now go up into what looks like what seems like an office building almost. I will switch the map over.
an office building truly the source of all evils?
Truly.
Damn it!
I knew it. Damn you, filing department.
The IRS, they were the BBEG all along.
I
Fuck.
knew it.
Shit, that's probably from all the taxes that I
Alright.
didn't pay
We
on my
haven't
sales.
done our taxes. Lark beat me to it.
Let's just back y'all up a bit. There we go.
I don't know about y'all, but
Oh,
I already
that's an
did
old
my
token.
taxes.
Yeah.
But as you all continue forward, entering in, you see these 4 ethereal figures standing almost in conversation in the center here. And as you all enter, they all turn, but not towards you, further down towards this doorway. And they seemingly scatter down these hallways. In a panic, almost.
Because of us, or what's coming through that hallway down there?
You're not quite sure. They didn't really seem to look at you. What do y'all
Well,
do?
Vin has the Aether Violet drawn, because this shit is spooking her.
Okay.
And she gently pokes Sanus' back and says, "You're kind of the lead here, buddy."
so it seems. Quick question. I'm going to ask, does he hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Can I make one as well?
Sure.
Will be at advantage given
Because of your-
perception.
Heightened senses.
Yes.
So much for
Unfortunate.
that
Well.
sentence.
10.
12.
It wasn't a super high DC, so you're both pretty able to make out very faintly, almost echoing down the halls, the sounds of shuffling as if papers rustling, desks opening, the like, as well as panicked conversations. Distant and difficult to understand. It's as if they're speaking in Old English.
Have any of us heard like this kind of dialect before?
You vaguely understand it sounds like common, but it'd be like if 1,000 years from now we're speaking to people speaking English.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a different timeline, we'll say. Or a different...
Would one say this common is of the under variety?
No, it's not undercommon. It's just very, very old common.
Like
Okay.
Old English.
So, Sanus might be able to understand parts of it, but
Maybe. But with your distance, you're not really able to make out what they're saying.
Move to the door.
Yeah, I was about to say, if this door down the hall is where we're hearing it from, I'm definitely like walking up to it.
You're
see if I
not
can-
hearing it down here. You're hearing it down the side hallways where the ethereal figures
Oh.
panically ran to.
Ah, okay, well,
okay.
I guess I'm gonna move up here to this right one first, and then at least seems whatever's closest, really, and just kind of peer down.
Yeah, I'll walk a little bit further into the room and just trying to listen for conversation.
It's mostly muffled by the time you get to the doors. But Amble, looking down the hall, you wind up at the door, and you can hear them speaking through it. It's very old common, but you can roughly understand what it's translating to. They're just rambling about how everything was happening too soon, how everything was too fast. How is it possible? This shouldn't be happening. And they're just saying that on loop.
Going to the door in the northwest, do I hear anything similar?
You don't hear anything from that door. And in time
I
amble,
opened-
just real quick, and in time amble, that sound does die out from inside the room. Then, as you open the door, it is a completely empty chamber. You see 2 tables with some old, dusty, almost destroyed from time tomes resting on the table.
Would I be able to gloss over them?
Make an investigation check.
All right. I'm pretty all right at that. 18.
18. You're able to determine it's very old common, but the cover of the book, it's hard to make out specifics, but it is a simple title that just says God-given secrets.
She's gonna pick it up and try to...
As you pick it up, it just crumbles.
Dang it. Wow.
Very, very old, very, very ancient tome basically turns to dust in your grasp.
I might do a thing, but I'm gonna wait to see what everyone else does first.
I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna stroll up to this door and, like, kind of press my ear against it. Do I hear anything on the other side?
Very much like with Amble, the same ramblings on loop, on repeat, of this ethereal figure. And they just keep going.
I'm gonna step away from that because I don't want to deal with ghosts and shit unless they are at the ephemeral indefinite. So I'm just gonna vibe right in here. Actually, I'm gonna go chill by Orin. She's big.
Alright. What's everyone else doing?
I was gonna.
Sanus is. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was gonna check to see if the door was unlocked and then probably go through.
Open it up without any problem. Same thing that was essentially in Vin's room. Empty with old dusty tomes laid out upon them.
God, this is weird. I'll probably make it back to the main hall then.
Alright. You leave. Do you close the door behind you?
Yeah.
And you walk back towards the main hall. Sanus?
Same thing more or less as the others, except top right. At this little hallway.
You are able to hear voices coming down it. Which way do you go?
Can I hear from both?
Yes.
Well, let's go down first.
Very much same as before. Very not exact, not one-to-one, but very similar ramblings of this shouldn't be happening. How is this possible? Too soon. Not prepared.
He's just going to open the door and walk in.
And inside, you see an ethereal figure. Their hands pressed on top of this desk. They're breathing heavily. You see... It's almost as if they're trying to read from one of the tomes, but they're not able to interact with it. And as you open the door, they just turn to you in this fear, and you can see half of their face is just torn off. And they are just petrified.
Sanus is going to pretty much just hold up a hand, like, as though to say he doesn't mean harm.
It seemingly doesn't react. It's just looking past you almost. As if reliving a memory.
He's going to walk, well, just to the right here and check the desk.
The figure doesn't follow you as you go. You look down towards the desk, you see several of these tomes laid out as well as a small leather tied bag.
Okay. He'd like to investigate those.
Make an investigation check.
16.
You recognize what these tomes look like. You have read tomes similar to these before. And on the cover of this one, you see advances in hemocraft.
does it look sturdy enough to be able to pick up?
It does not. Much like the other tomes here, it would crumble upon being picked up, you're certain. The bag, on the other hand, still in good shape. You manage to pick it up, rummaging through. You find a small set of keys.
Wonderful. He'll take the bag and the keys within. He's curious and will try to open the tome without picking it up.
Make a sleight of hand check.
15.
You are able to get the cover off most of the way, and as you go to set it down on the table, the spine breaks at that point, and the cover falls off. The front page is visible, but only the front page, where it's just a ornate calligraphy of the title, as well as the author, which, let me pull up my notes real quick. Please hold. This call is being forwarded.
My answering machine can only handle so much.
Please hold. With the name Theodore Callahan.
Theodore Callahan.
Advances in Hemocraft, and you see a very it's familiar in the sense that it is a sigil of Hemocraft, but not one that you have expressly researched.
Interesting. And out of context, I imagine he can't really rummage through the rest of the book.
Not without
It'll
the
fall
pages
apart.
just falling apart now. You are able, with the good investigation and good sleight of hand, you are able to get the first page.
Hey, you know what? That's one page more than what I was expecting.
Yep.
Okay. He'll probably go back and, truth be told, leave the spirit of seemingly what's happened in the past where it is.
As you are looking through the tome below, reading the front page, you look back up towards where they are, and they're gone.
Expected. So, he's going to go ahead and go back. Can he hear anything from the right-hand hallway? Well, right at the intersection here.
You do still hear the same similar muffled speech.
Well, 2 for 2. Let's walk through that door.
Opening into this room, it is empty, but you do hear it advancing to the north of the room.
He's going to, without really any hesitation, go along as long as he can.
All right. And entering into this room, you see another spectral figure. Oh, hold on. With their back pressed against the wall, you see it's a different individual. This time their face is completely intact, but they are missing the lower half of their torso.
Unfortunate.
It just drifts into these ethereal streaks that fade into nothing. And they're just clutching onto the sides of their head, seemingly in some sort of agony, saying these lines on repeat.
It seems you've all met a terrible fate. Well, it's been a while, at least. He's gonna move over to the side, same as before, and just investigate these two, I assume 2 desks.
Yeah, you don't have to roll investigation this time around. You find nothing important in the books, but you do find another bag. Looking inside, you do find another small set of keys.
Okay. At this, he's going to, well, first look back to the ethereal and see if they are still there.
They've slumped closer and closer to the ground, and as you look back at this point, they seemingly just phase through the floor into nothingness. And real quick, just make an investigation check for the sake of it.
For the sake of it.
Yep. It's
14.
not a super high DC. You know the 2 sets of keys you got are identical.
Interesting. So the exact same key?
Exact same key.
Or the exact same keys?
Like it's like if someone were to make a duplicate key for the same lock.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Very interesting.
At this point, he's just gonna go back to the main hallway and see if anyone has come back.
Anyone else doing anything in specific at this point?
Vin is gonna press on into the next hallway.
Okay. Opens up into this long T intersection.
Seeing that Imp, well, I mean, it probably would have been obvious that Imp was checking the room below, so she is going to head north to the next door, and without really much hesitation, she's just going to go straight in.
As you open it, you see one of these spectral figures immediately turn towards you, and then turn back and bolt and dash through the door and vanish again.
Wait! And she's going to chase.
And as you burst through the second door, you see at this point their back is turned to the wall, essentially. You see an ethereal blade in hand pointed out towards you. They're just rambling to themselves, the same as before, in fear. You get a better look at them now as there's a long gash starting from the top of their head, going down their face, down their neck, down the center of their torso. It's hard to tell. It looks like they were just cleaved straight in half.
Vin kind of grips her robes and kind of steels herself against this sight. It's pretty fucking terrifying. And she's just kind of staring at them. And she looks over to the table. I'm assuming she would see the same kind of bag.
You do.
Before I reach for that bag, can I cast Detect Thoughts on the ethereal creature?
It's a thing you cast on yourself, and it's an aura. So you can cast it if you wanted
to. Sure.
Alright, as you cast the spell, your consciousness expands past what's normally possible. And immediately, you feel this intense, powerful wave of emotion. But not just from this creature, all around you. Fear. Intense fear. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 16.
Alright. You feel this pressure beginning to build and billow inside of you in your mind, and you're able to push off this effect. Whatever it was about this area in specific, that fear you were able to fight off without it consuming you.
She's gonna dispel Detect Thoughts, and she's not worried about the tome. She's just gonna grab the bag and go.
Grab the bag and book it, and by the time you look, after you regain yourself from casting the spell, the figure in front of you has vanished.
Fuck. Yeah, she's making it back to the main hall. She is sufficiently spooked.
You see a very spooked Vin enter into the main hall, as you do, Senus.
Are you okay?
I think... So I'm gonna guess you found something too?
Oh, a few things. Mostly memories. Memories of this place, it seems.
Yeah, that's a fantastic way to put it.
I'm presuming y'all mean ghosts.
No. Well, not quite.
Not in the typical sense, Imp. More like... figments.
What?
It's hard to explain.
Events.
Yeah.
Let me explain a little. Strong events leave impressions on places. Something happened here. Something horrific. It tore these people apart. It cast them into abject horror. And here they remain, repeating that over and over. When you see me learn history on places, I'm tapping into those things. You just happen to be able to see it this time.
Great. Well, that's real fucking motivating, considering we stood right in the same place.
Well, it was probably 1,000 years ago.
Considering our track record of running into big, ancient, fuck-off things, I'm a bit doubtful that, all the horror's long gone.
You have a track record of running into big, horrible, ancient things?
Gestures towards Arcablade. Yeah.
Holds up the ultraviolet. You have no idea.
Yeah, we fought a shadow dragon.
Ooh,
We fought a
I've only
serpent.
heard of that.
We fought a gigantic death robot. That certainly was an event that none of us expected.
Well, I
And
mean,
that I
there's
will-
plenty of those death robots walking around, aren't there?
And not quite the same as the one we fought. Lorelei's little passion project. Trust me, we've given her enough grief about it as it is. We've been top to bottom over the Wildwood, Sanis, and trust me, the adventure's been crazy.
Sounds interesting.
And
That's another way to put it, delicately.
what you did
Perhaps you can tell me about it some other time.
what you did back there, I think it's just another ice on the cake, really.
Oh, what did I do? That was
The
odd.
the whole you cut into yourself and the whole magic thing? Was it magic?
Yeah, the fuck, wait, you chopping your arm off, man? Like, what the fuck?
That's how to explain that? Not quite magic. Well, let's back it up. What is magic? How do you
Bullshit.
power magic?
Sanis, we do not have time for this conversation right now.
There's plenty of time. It's a quick one.
Well, I'm all ears.
Magic is derived from arcane power, obviously.
Correct.
It's the abnormality in the world because with magic you can break the rules of reality.
So, yes, it's powered by the arcane. What I do is not.
Vin
What I
kind of is
do-
taken a little aback by that statement. She kind of finds that hard to believe.
What I do is far older, or maybe more primitive.
Ancient?
He's, in a way. He's going to hold up a hand, whatever, and draw the small knife that he just keeps on his right side, and make a small cut in his finger.
Oh, please don't. No.
And the blood's going to, just a drop of it, float up above his finger.
What the fuck, man?
What the hell?
My power source is my life force. Literally.
Y'all magic types just get fucking weirder and weirder every time. I swear.
Well,
Trust
it's not
me.
quite magic, like I said.
This is. I don't know what this is.
Whatever it is, it's magical as fuck.
Still not magic.
Well,
Magic to them, if you will. Trust me, this isn't something they can do.
That's fair.
I mean, I can
Call it
I can
Hemocraft. That's the title it was given.
So you literally control your blood.
Somewhat. I can control, or I should say, use life force. Use the blood which conveys my life force as a source of power. And I can use others as well if I expend enough energy to do so.
So that's what you fucking did when we first got in here. Huh, you took control of that fucker I killed?
Yes, actually.
That's nuts.
That's fucked up.
That's super fucked, but in like kind of the coolest way ever.
Well, he wasn't going to use that life force and might as well use a little bit of what's remaining.
Better not touch my fucking blood. I like that shit. I like having it inside me.
Well, it doesn't need to be outside of you.
That
But
is
I don't plan
infinitely
to-
more troubling.
I don't plan to do anything to you. There's no need. And I can only do so much, after all, in any given time.
Yeah,
I'm just
what
gonna
is
scoot right behind here like, oh, he's scary.
what is our other what is Mias's take on this?
Mias is just kind of staring at you, Sanus. Like, fucking hell, it's a bunch of old shit. God.
You can say that again.
It's fucking crazy. I'm so sick of it.
I'm tired of it too. I didn't want to
Like, fuck.
become an elemental, but here I am being made of fire and shit.
And you're good at it. It's fucking crazy.
So
The fuck?
he's good at his, like, blood lightning, whatever the fuck that is.
It's fucking weird.
Look,
It's
we're
fucking
all
weird.
good at what we do. How about
And what we do
figure
is
out...
fucking weird, alright? That's
Alright, yeah.
said and done.
Yeah. Yes.
Slight warning, perhaps. That's half of what I do. We'll see if the other
Secrets.
half is necessary.
Secrets
Yeah, well,
galore.
I guess fucking another half is he just makes your bones fucking explode out your body or some shit.
No. I mean,
Oh my god.
not directly like that.
Ah.
That's what the sword is for.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Door. Vin walks to the door.
Ka-chunk, it's locked.
Vin does not
Oh.
walk through the door.
I probably would have checked it out before those two walked in, like seeing
Well,
what's
then
up
you
with
would
it.
know it is locked.
Yeah, like, is there, like, is it just a door that's just locked?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a heavy iron door that is locked.
Okay, so,
Does
Does
that
it?
have a key?
Hole.
It does have a keyhole.
keyway, yes.
yeah, did you happen to find something?
Yeah, a couple of keys.
Ah. Vin opens the bag finally.
You see a key.
Oh, how about that?
Oh, you found one
I
too.
was about
It
to
looks
say,
like the keys Sanus has.
I'll just walk back and be like, well, knock yourself out, I guess.
All right. Would you like to do the honors?
Sure. He's gonna...
She hands him her key.
You hold now
Sweet.
3 identical keys.
Wonderful. I have keys for days.
There's one hole.
Keys for days.
You put
He's
the key
gonna go
in
ahead and put the key in the hole and turn.
and turn. The door opens.
Wonderful. Is that a stairway up or down?
It is going up.
Oh, wonderful.
Hmm.
Unless you all want to stick around this pleasant office building.
I'd rather not.
I thought so. Maybe we should go.
All right.
I feel like Orin kind of gets a little excited of going, just kind of like rushes up like, rah!
She's always kind of like this.
Yeah,
Good to know.
Little-
She seems lovely.
she really is.
She's adorable.
I'm
Isn't that right, girl? And Vin rose up and just starts ruffling her cheeks. Yes. All right, come on, girl.
And you all proceed up the stairs?
Yep.
All right.
I believe so.
You'll make your way up these stairs, which, after a short while, begin to spiral up. For a bit longer than you expected. As it opens up into this hallway. Allow me to get the map. It opens up into this hallway that quickly opens up into this large circular chamber. Go ahead, everyone roll insight for the sake of it.
You haven't transitioned the map for us, sorry?
I have not.
Oh.
Oh, boy,
Oh.
that's a 3.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
reason for it. There's a reason for
Understandable. I was wondering. 21.
17.
it.
3.
Imp and Veneria, you have been able to... You've been keeping somewhat an idea of where you are in relation to the massive pile of rubble. You assumed you were past it. As you enter into this chamber, you see parts of this room caved in almost. And you now realize you are not past the rubble. This section of the building is also buried beneath the rock. You
Shit.
see a large open room with these four support pillars, rather, with this ritual circle in the center, with 3 skeletal bodies surrounding it. Behind, past this metal iron door. And above those 3 bodies, you see 3 spectral figures. And now I will transition the map.
Okay. Wow. That's fucked.
A little.
A tiny bit.
As you all approach, the 3 figures, in a official posture, very proper, turn towards you all, and immediately lock eyes with you, Sanus.
I see you've been expecting me.
Expecting is the wrong term.
I suppose that's true.
As you see, they raise their hand up, these ethereal blades apparate, and they grip them tight and take that same salute posture you saw before, and do a half bow with it. Show us. You're worthy.
You ready for a fight, boys?
Now,
Well,
are we gonna have to?
it sounds like it. Well, you certainly don't have to if you prefer not to. They seem to want to judge my worth.
Well, I ain't gonna sit by and watch you get beat up now.
No way. Ready when you are.
I suppose there's no complaints from your side, specters?
We would not disallow an unfair fight. Show us.
Very well. And he's going to draw his blade, likewise.
Vin draws hers.
I pull out my bow.
I roll my eyes and pull out the Aeon Storm.
God, this again. All right.
Then in that case, I would like you all to roll initiative.
Let's go.
I've had a fucking enough of weird goddamn bullshit.
Do you think we're gonna?
Also, Tao, that was some good like voice acting there.
Thank you.
Yes,
The
very good.
spectral effect. That was spooky.
But yeah,
Is this Dark Souls? music?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah! It's Abyss Watchers.
It is.
It is
yeah, I
Abyss
knew it.
Watchers. You clever boy.
damn man.
Except this track is retitled to The Crypt Watchers.
Hey.
Hey. Me and Orn are rolling on point.
Let's do Mias. I am remembering this time.
Haha.
You are.
Well
He has
done.
art now, so you can remember.
That's true. I need to turn the music down a little bit on my end. There we go. And now for the Crypt Watchers.
You ever just go into a crypt and fight some really kick-ass looking ghosts?
So, starting off, as you all draw your weapons, the spectral figure wearing these dark blue robes, you see their eyes immediately emblazoned with light as around them in this aura, you just see hail and snow begin to whirl around them and whip around them as they carve this ethereal blade through their form as it wreathes itself in ice. And it looks over towards you all. And will stop right here. Now let me put an aura real quick for their thing. Oh, pardon me.
Well, that's certainly an aura, right?
The ghost rolls up and hiccups. It is unfortunate.
All right, my turn.
Yep. Please hold. Call's being forwarded. Okay, I just need to check the radius on something. You should be able to see this aura.
Oh boy.
This
Whoa.
is
I can.
this area is filled with this ice and hail and snow that is just whipping around violently as the wind is kicking up in the room around it. Its form seemingly becoming more corporeal as this is happening, as the other two hanging back are still in their more ethereal, ephemeral forms. It is going to approach all the way... actually, no, they're going to wait there, actually. Just hold the sword out, and just hold their action. Waiting for you all seemingly to enter into the room. Not wanting to just have you all clumped up at the entryway.
Just to make sure, I'm within that aura's range. Do I have to do anything?
Not yet, at the start of your turn.
Okay.
But as it approaches you, this wind and ice and snow is beginning to hit you, and it's freezing. It's the coldest you've ever felt. Amble, it's your turn.
If I pull Sanus back, is that gonna be an action?
To forcibly pull him back, I would say yes.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, just because I don't know what the fuck this is, and that just doesn't seem like good vibes. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull him back.
Alright. I'm assuming you'd just be like pushing Imp out of the way to do it?
I assume so?
Okay, so you step forward then. Imp, do you allow yourself to be pushed a bit to the left?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and using your action, you can drag Sanus back a bit as he's pulled out from the cold. If you allow it, Sanus.
I'll allow it.
So you get pulled back by Amble as you are all now in a line in front of this whirling wind of ice and snow. And as it's just basically holding its blade out to its side with one hand up, essentially beckoning you all to come and fight.
I'll just tell Sanus, at least this time, we'll fuck him up. And then I'll Hunter's Mark him and end of my turn.
Alright, he is Hunter's marked. Allow me, but okay. And that's your turn, you said?
Yeah.
Alright, Veneria, it's your turn.
I cast Blink.
Alright, Blink is now active as this effect activates. You feel your form beginning to sputter a little bit in and out of existence.
So how can I run through the aura?
You certainly can, but you are currently in the prime material plane still, just so you know.
Yep. How do I get slowed moving into it, or can I move straight through?
It is not considered difficult terrain.
Okay. I am going to go just, 30 feet straight off to the side.
Alright. As you are running through, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You got it. That is a 20.
Nice. So you succeed the save, so you take half damage, so you take 4 points of cold damage. As you
Okay.
run through, you're pelted with bits of ice and snow as this cold just seeps into you. But you're able to shrug it off for the most part.
For a bit of flavor, she's definitely feeling the cold. It is frigid, but you see her ward, it's almost like sparking as it's absorbing this damage, essentially. It just kind of flickers each time.
As the ice impacts, it explodes off with a small arcane spark.
But it's still up and running. Do I roll a d20?
Yes, at the end of your turn. Or is it end or start?
I think it's the end, but it was only a 1.
Okay, so you are still in the prime material plane.
That's fine.
But the buff is now set, and I will put that on your token so I do not forget to ask for it later.
Excellent. And...
Alright.
Yep, that's my turn.
Orin's turn.
Is this hall... how tall is it?
It's about 30 feet high in the hall, but the room opens up into be around 100 feet high.
Okay, so Orin could possibly take off, or
Well,
once she gets...
They could take off, and sorry, it's not 100, more like 40 feet.
Flying level, we'll say.
You would be able to fly in the room.
Okay, you know what? If she moves up, is she basically blocking Mias to do anything, or...
I mean, you don't know what Mias is going to be doing.
True. You know what? Yeah, she's just gonna move up and ready an action to attack with her stinger if one of these fuckers come any close.
Alright. Holding their action?
Yeah.
Alright then. End of Orin's turn, we're going to move over to the other lord, as they will approach you, Vin, and take a single slash out towards you. Actually, sorry, it's 2 slashes towards you.
Okay.
It's a 10 to hit.
Nope.
And a 27 to hit.
Ooh, you know the answer to that.
To that one, yes. So you take a total of... from this attack, you see as they approach, they slash their blade through themselves before, and their blade wreathes with fire. As they slash down, you take 8 slashing damage.
All right.
And 4 fire damage.
Okay. So my ward is... That's 12 altogether?
Yes, 12 total.
All right. It's at 9, and Vin just grins and says, "Finally!"
Sanus, it's your turn.
Wonderful. He has already pulled out his blade, and he's going to reactivate Crimson Right, same as they have seemingly done already,
Alright.
pulling the blade across his arm. It's going to be 1 damage
Nice.
to self.
Good roll.
Good roll. I'll take it. And with that,
The blade ignites
He'll-
with this lightning energy.
and since that's the bonus action, he's going to go ahead and advance.
Alright.
Not his usual style, but he's also been challenged rather directly.
As you enter into the aura, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Let me double check. That is... pass. So you take... Ooh, almost max rolled. You take 8 cold damage.
Okay.
As you're pelted as you run directly towards this guy. You may continue.
Oh. Okay. With that, he's going to go ahead and take a short sword attack.
Go for it.
21.
Hits. And
Wonderful,
your next
that's-
one?
I just want to make sure. Yeah, 1 extra attack.
Oh!
Nice.
Coming in strong!
So as you carve this blade into yourself, as it wreathes itself with lightning, you just run through, and with 2 quick slashes, carve into its form as it staggers back for a moment. 2 very good placed hits as it begins to use its reaction, to use its held action against you and make a single attack against you. Very, very meaty hit, though. Only rolls an 11, so you were able to parry its blow with your blade, as for a moment, your lightning wreath blade is clashing against theirs covered in ice, and they're just shattering against each other. They're just eye to eye with this ethereal form, its eyes burning with this blue energy.
Sick opener, man. That's 37 damage.
What can I say? They asked me.
Nice.
Looking for a challenge, are they?
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Imp, it's your turn.
I'm gonna kind of just like see all this play out and just sort of like turn to Mias. You got any fucking ice shit?
1 sec. No.
Well, fuck, alright. And then I'm gonna just be like, shit. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try to just haul ass through
All right.
this snowstorm and get over here.
Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Yerp. Alright, let's see if we do it. It's 13.
That is unfortunately a failure.
Alright.
You take 10 points of cold damage as you run through this frigid cold. You remember distinctly just how bitterly cold the Ice Rock Valley was. But you're not wearing any warm clothes this time.
Evasion doesn't do anything there, huh?
Unfortunately not, because it is a con save.
Gotcha. Alright. I gotta remember it's dex saves that I can apply that to.
Correct.
Alright. Do I have a clear line of sight on this guy in the back, or is the snowstorm kind of obstructing me? Or my view?
He doesn't have cover. You can see him clearly if you wanted to make an attack roll.
Alright.
But he can also see you.
Well, sure, I'm gonna go for some attacks.
Alright. There would be no sneak attack, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get you. Alrighty. I'm gonna... let me check something first real quick, actually. Let's see, connection... Alright. I was seeing if I could, I cannot bonus action dodge, can I?
Unfortunately not. That is a monk feature.
Gotcha. Just wanted to double check. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go for... I'm gonna chuck a Aeon Storm at this guy.
Go for it.
Yoink. So 20 to hit.
20 to hit. That definitely hits. As you throw the blade forward and this bolt of lightning, it impacts into him as you see his blade also ignites with lightning. It wreathes its form for a moment, but seemingly isn't as impactful as you would have thought.
Ah. Right. Okay.
Make an insight check.
Sure. 21.
You get a feeling that it's not resistant to lightning because it is using a lightning weapon. You get the feeling it's something else.
Well, I ain't allergic to shot bits, so I'm gonna just throw Knuckles Razor Sharpshooter.
18 definitely
That's
still
an
hits.
18. 26 damage.
As you carve
Massive.
through for 13 damage.
Oh, it's halved. Okay, so it is resistant to sharp shit. Okay.
Well, to explain further, you watch as it passes through its ethereal form. The damage still goes through. And then, with the same insight as before, you recall seeing Sanus's strikes against the more corporeal one seemingly fully effective.
Gotcha. Then yeah, I'm gonna just Fortnite dance over here and end my turn.
Alright, gonna get you smited first for that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Boyle.
82 lightning damage.
Alright, you're fucking dead.
You're dead. It was a good run.
Finally,
It's a
I'm
good
not the
run.
one dying.
But yeah, that's your turn. Mias is going to go. They're going to approach you, Amble, and just kind of go, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah, no kid. They are going to cast a spell.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Please hold. This call's being forwarded.
That's too many forwarded calls. You reached your limit.
Shit. You know what? Fuck it. They're gonna run into the ice storm,
Yes.
so they gotta make a con save. They fail, so they take cold damage. They take 8 damage.
Running in just
Good
shivers.
But they're going to cast Elemental Strike, as they basically go for a punch on this dude, and as they do so, their fist turns into that of a flame elemental as they go for a punch.
Ooh.
28 to hit, which hits. They almost crit.
Yikes!
Whoa!
And they almost max rolled damage, 23 fire damage.
Damn,
as Mios just runs up and just socks this ghost across the face with this burning hand. You watch as some of the ice begin to just steam off of it, and mist just begins to surround Mios in that moment.
I'm just gonna look over to her as she's doing this and be like, "You fucking punching a ghost! I love it!"
It's pretty fucking cool.
Awesome.
That's her turn.
Pretty fucking cool!
Fuck. Finn's like,
The-
ah!
Next, we're gonna have this dude who, as you've seen before, the blade now wreathed with lightning, turns towards you, Imp, and rushes forward with this unnatural speed, and is going to make 2 attacks against you.
Alright.
As a 15 to hit,
Nope.
and a natural 1.
Yeah, nope.
You see as it strikes towards you with this blade wreathed in lightning, almost unnaturally you're able to interpose and deflect with your lightning-inclined weapon. It's just seemingly allowing it to deflect any of the lightning from entering into your blade and actually hurting you, just diverting it away from you, as you're able to parry it away. But we go back to the top of the round. You see the deep blue eyes begin to pulse as it holds its hand up above itself, as it is going to use a blood curse.
This bitch has blood?
No, but they can affect it. They hold it up towards you, Sanus. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All this blood talk's gonna make me sick. I'm kidding.
Nice.
26.
Okay.
Fuck.
I need to roll some damage real quick. You take 7 necrotic damage as you feel this wave of lethargy wash over you. Could have been much worse if you failed, but you were successful, and they will take a single attack against you and 1 against Mias. It's a 22 to hit you, Sanus, and an 11 to hit Mias.
22 does hit. I'm going... Hold on, let me see if I want to do this. Yeah, I'll let it hit for now.
Okay. You take 10 damage total, 7 slashing and 3 cold. As the blade carves into you, they follow through and go for a second strike on Mias, who actually manages to just step back, and it just goes right past them. But that will be their turn. Amble, it's your turn.
If I get on Orin, am I able to move this turn as well, or?
It would be half your movement to get on.
Okay.
Then you'd be able to use Oren's fly speed at half speed.
Alright, which, fuck, I just happened to look. Flight speed of 80, so yeah, I'll go ahead and...
Yep, so you'd have 40 feet.
Holy shit.
So I'll go ahead and jump on her. And
Okay.
just be like, alright, let's take the air.
Alright, where are you going?
I'm also gonna ask, ooh, I can't really get out. I kinda can. Well, never mind, I'm not gonna ask anything about that, so we're gonna take to the air. Actually, 'cause that's all on the ground. I didn't think this far through.
What you doing?
Fuck it, we're just gonna fly over here into the corner. I would say probably
Alright.
10 feet up in the air.
Alright, then I'd like both you and Oren to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. And then Orin doesn't have any cold resistance, does she?
They do not.
Alright. So, con save, right?
Correct.
11 for Amble.
That's a failure.
Baby gets 16.
That is a pass. So, as you pass through this aura, this figure holds its hand up and is going to use its reaction to use another blood curse.
Oh, nice.
They're going to use Blood Curse of Exposure.
This is
You
fine.
can use your reaction to temporarily weaken their resilience against it. Till the end of the turn, the target loses resistance to the damage type.
So that basically means I'm not going to get resistance, am I?
They use their reaction, so they can't use it for anything else, but your resistance to cold damage is negated temporarily.
Okay. I'll be with that.
So you take 11 cold damage total, and Oren takes 7.
Easy.
As you pass through, you feel an unexpected wave of cold, and you feel almost as if an unnatural feeling in your entire body, as if something's wrong. That quickly fades afterwards.
Yeah, like a quick wash. Ugh, God.
Does not feel good.
No, not at all.
But that was your movement.
Yeah, that was my moves. I'm definitely gonna whip out my bow to him and, I guess, return the favor?
To the blue guy.
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and make your attacks.
Oh! 29. Oh, I
Definitely
forgot
hits.
Hunter's Mark. I'll just roll d6 after. And 21.
21.
With 7 total for Hunter's Mark.
Very nice. Hold on one sec. It's 13. And 12. And 7. Very nice. Very nice hits. Both impact very, very hard, and they stagger back for a moment and turn their attention towards you once more. 2 very good hits. Was that your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn. Actually,
Alright. Oh,
if... Can't really do too much of a coordinated attack, but fuck it. I think as a coordinated attack, Oren's just gonna stinger the fucking red guy, since he's kind of below us.
go for it. Make the attack roll.
14.
14 definitely hits, as you see the stinger pierce into its form. Unfortunately, the poison does not have any effect. But the 5 piercing does go through, but is not really as effective as you would hope.
Damn. Well, any damage is good damage.
Damage is damage. Veneria.
I have the Aether Violet drawn. I'm going to use Plain Pierce.
On the boy in front of you.
Uh-huh.
Going ahead.
26 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 26 damage.
For 26. Very nice. So 13. As you carve into this dude, you note that its form, while in this state, not quite easy to hit and pin down.
Mm-hmm.
But you do still get damage in.
And at the end of my turn, it's time to roll another d20.
Roll a d20.
10?
I believe it's an 11 you need. Right?
Let's see.
Yes, on an 11 or higher.
Oh, darn it. Alright.
So unfortunately, you remain in the plane of existence.
And it's like, balls, Blink, come on now.
Oren's turn.
Would you say that she's already technically made her movement, or...
For the sake of being a mounted combatant now, they move on your turn.
Okay, so I would say she's probably just going to go ahead and try to do another stinger.
Go for it. Stinger or claws or bite? Because the stinger has less damage because of the poison.
Right. Well, I also said that we're like 10 feet up, so...
Oh, fair enough.
Range-wise.
Fair enough. Yep. 13 unfortunately misses.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I didn't even notice it was only 14. Just gotta retcon a bit. A 14 misses. I will keep the damage on because I didn't notice, but a 14 misses as well.
I was gonna say, a 14 seems very low.
Mm-hmm.
But a 13, that one misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes, these guys do not have an AC of 14.
I was gonna say.
This boy is just going to continue making their attacks against you, Vin. Actually,
All right.
Yes, they will do
Okay.
that.
I was going to say, I don't think he could reach Amble or Orin right now, could he?
No, I wasn't considering that as an option. I had other ideas in mind.
No, lovely.
A 23 to hit and a 17 to hit.
I will take the 23, obviously, but I will react with shield to the 17.
All right. So as these two strikes come in, the first one catches you off guard. You're not quite quick enough to cast the shield, as you take 9 total damage.
Oh, wait. That doesn't hurt me directly, but my arcane ward blows.
All right,
It's
so
gone.
perfect block. As you get the shield up just in time to stop the blade as it's a few inches from your hand, you can feel the heat on the palm of your hand from the flame-imbued blade as it just skids off to the side, carving against the shield, sending a shower of sparks beside you. And your ward regains 2 hit points because you cast an
Okay.
abjuration spell.
Very cool.
But that will be its turn, and it is going to move back.
Do I get
Anyone
an
wants-
up attack?
If you want, you can.
I can't use a cantrip as a op attack, can I?
Do you have Warcaster?
No, unfortunately.
Then unfortunately not. It'd just be a standard attack with Aether Violet.
I don't think I actually have a roll for that, to be honest with you.
Let me check your sheet. I'll add one.
Okay. Your call is being forwarded.
To an automated voice messaging system.
No, we need to tally how many times that joke's gonna come up.
I had to do it once just this time. I'm gonna hit them with that big dex. Oh, baby.
Alright, it's on your sheet.
Okay. Okay. That's a nat 20 for 20.
Natural 20. Alright.
Oh my
How much
God.
damage is that? 9 and 9.
Plus
18
9,
damage.
18.
So, back down to 9. As you carve into it as it retreats, you see it passes into the cold, icy aura. And you see the wind and snow being to curve around it almost, as if ignoring it. Senus, it's your turn.
Wonderful. With his free hand, he's going to go ahead and take one of the many vials from one of his pockets. And he's going to consume Shadow of Moil, the copy.
Alright. Interesting. Let's see. Dim light to
Well,
darkness.
We'll see if necrotic damage actually does anything to them.
Alright. And if they can see in the dark. Which
We'll see.
we'll see. But you do that as your bonus action.
Yep. And as the standard action, gonna do a couple of sword strikes.
26 hits. 17 ties. Armor class of 17.
Ding,
Lovely.
ding, ding.
So both hit. For 12 damage each. Very nice. As you carve into it
24
without much problem at all, it takes the full damage. As it is not quite able to deflect your strikes. You are too deft for it.
And that will be my turn.
Please make a Constitution saving throw as well.
Ah, yes. 13.
That is a failure, so you take... Oh, hit rolled high again. 14 cold damage. As this storm around you is just whirling and whipping into you. It hurts. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. You'd rather be on a beach. Is that your turn, though?
Yes.
Cool. Imp, it's your go.
It's a party in there. Oh boy.
The water's fine.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
All right.
Scoot my boot over here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna chuck the Anstorm at the Freezy boy.
Go for it. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
A sneak attack.
Yep.
All right, come on, big roll.
Nice.
Big roll.
That's a pretty big roll. That's 35 damage.
Very nice. Please hold. Readjusting. Okay. You watch as you throw the blade, this arc of lightning zips through. You see pieces of snow and ice that have begun to travel in its path immediately evaporate getting near it as it impacts into its back. It shrieks and almost drops its blade to the side as its form vanishes and then reappears at the north side of the room. And it just seemingly almost out of breath, weirdly enough, reapparates its sword and retakes the position of the salute from before. And seemingly takes a knee.
Well, alrighty then. I'm gonna scoot right here, the rest of my movement, and that'll end my turn.
Alright. Mias goes. They look towards everyone who looks a little bit worse for wear, but sees Senus, who's taken the brunt of it so far. It's just like, here, hand on you, and is going to cast Cure Wounds. At 3rd level, you heal 19 hit points.
Ooh.
Nice.
As you feel your wounds begin to heal back over.
But
Much
I'm gonna cut in those
appreciated.
again.
No. I mean, yes, but maybe. Probably.
Fucking Amble waggling his eyebrows as hard as physically possible.
Alright. And at the end of Mias's turn, you see the one in red begin to focus for a moment, its blade glowing brighter for a bit, as you see little specks of flame and ember begin to apparate in the space around him. As his eyes blast with this flaming energy, its form becomes fully corporeal as this aura of fire wreathes it and surrounds the area.
Oh, it's his turn now. Great.
Just to make sure, the fire or the purple one? Lightning.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire or
Oh.
lightning?
Well,
Choose your
okay, well,
options.
I realized the token was the wrong turn, but that happens anyway.
Yeah.
This guy will go to Mias and make an attack. It was about to be for the sake of things, that happened at the end of the turn order. Like the beginning of the next round, we'll say.
Okay.
But this guy's turn still goes off. Hits and misses against Mias. The max roll for damage,
What was the hit?
27 against Mias and a 14 against Mias.
Yeah, I'm not going to try anything against that.
Just carves into her as she kind of staggers back a bit. This dude is out of combat. Beginning of the round, Amble, you see this red figure explode out with this flaming aura. Beginning of your turn, I need you to make a dex save, as you are now actively within this raging inferno.
I guess me and Orin.
Both you and Oren.
And
That is a
roll
success.
17 and a 2.
Oh no, baby.
Success for Amble, fail on Oren. Let's see.
You might want to set up the aura to hell.
Oh, right. I set it up for me. I did not allow it to be seen.
I figured that's what you
I
did.
forgot. There we go. Now you can see it.
Ah!
Is that one bigger than the ice guy? That
jeez.
feels
It is.
bigger.
It is bigger.
Oh no.
The ice guy had a 20-foot radius. This is a 25-foot radius.
I wonder what the
seems
lightning
a lot
guy's gonna
bigger than
be.
25. My God.
Let's see. And for you, Amble, you take 7 fire damage.
All right.
Oren takes 15.
Oof.
Don't
but
worry,
it is-
she's tanky.
Yeah, but it is now your turn.
I mean, we're basically same HP now. Am I able to use a breath weapon? Well, actually, yeah, I'm able to use a fucking breath weapon. Duh. Me and Orin are gonna move closer to him. I'm basically gonna spit on him, and then we're gonna fly the fuck out.
Okay.
So, 2 sheets. What the fuck am I doing? So
Con
save of
save.
14.
Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, they get a 23.
Nice. So
These guys are beefy. You would note, as presumably ex-masters of Hemocraft, they had to be quite beefy in order to
Yeah.
utilize their craft.
but also fire. So I'm like, ice.
But
Let's do this.
they still take 5 cold damage.
All right. So I do that, and then me and Orin fly the fuck out over this way.
That you do. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Veneer, it's your turn. At the start of your turn, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. 17.
That is a pass. You take half damage.
How much?
So you only take 6 points of fire damage as you see these embers and this wave of heat just emanating from this thing, almost getting thermal shock for a moment from having experienced the cold before. Thankfully, you managed to resist the heat.
Well, my ward is gone once again.
Mhm.
And my HP goes from 73 to 69. Nice.
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 But she's doing just fine. And against that, she's going to do the tried and true. She's going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level.
All right, that's 7 bolts?
Yep.
Or 8?
I think it's 8. 3 standard at level 1 and 1 additional for each level, right?
It's 7.
So, all right.
Yeah.
I was about to click on Charm Person. I have no intention of charming this man. That's going to be 4, 9, 14. Okay, that's more realistic. 16. That's a bathtub. 21, 25, 27.
Nice.
Very nice. You watch as you send this barrage of missiles towards it. It turns towards you for a moment as all of them impact. Its cloak billows back, and you see streaks of this ethereal energy just beginning to pour out from the holes that blasted straight through it.
Shit.
As its eyes just narrow towards you. Very effective spell.
Cool.
Not more
Do
effective than normal, but still
it works.
It hit hard. It was a good roll.
It works. Do
On
I roll a
Magic
d20?
Yes.
18.
And at the end of your turn, Vin, you vanish from the material plane.
Sweet.
For the sake of that, you have a negation symbol on you.
Okay. Can I move my full movement in the ethereal plane?
I believe what happens is at the beginning of your turn, you can move to a spot that's 10 feet from where you were.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I think that will be my turn then.
All right. Yeah, because you roll for that at the end.
Right,
turn.
right.
Oren's turn. They're currently being controlled by you, so they can't really move. And not in range, so
Yeah, so if anything, she's probably just gonna...
action dodge.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so Oren is taking the time to make sure they don't get hit. As this boy's turn, the attention focuses away from you, Sanus, as Vin is assailing this individual. They are going to raise their hand up towards you, Vin, and use a blood curse.
Can they do that while I'm in the ethereal plane?
Right, you're gone. Never mind. My brain does not exist.
I was like, God damn!
Your brain has gone to the ethereal plane.
That's okay. I'm glad I asked.
Oh wait,
You know what?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, though, they're ghosts.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but no, he's corporeal right now.
That's true. He is in fact corporeal,
Yes, no.
and the
yes,
other ones
no.
aren't. The other ones can target you, Vin. You can actively see the other ones, but right now you cannot see the
Whoa.
flaming one in the ethereal plane.
Actually,
Okay, that's actually kind of wild.
Actually, Big Brain, can she see other ghosts than these three? Two?
Yeah, is there anything else in the ethereal plane right now?
Not currently, not in this room.
Okay.
In that case, then they'll approach you, Sanus, and make some attacks.
Good for him.
14 to hit, 26 to hit.
No and yes.
All right, you take a total of 10 damage, 9 slashing, 1 fire, as
Good.
they carve into you.
Shadow of Moil activates.
Correct.
Also,
As-
can they see in the dark?
They can see in the dark.
Figured. Okay.
And you watch as these necrotic tendrils whip out towards it, unfortunately not having any effect.
Figured not.
They
but
are
worth a
immune
shot.
to necrotic. But at that, it is now your turn, Sanus. Actually, wait, no. You did not get a chance to use a blood curse. Imp,
Hi, hello.
make a strength saving throw.
Oh, you ass.
As it uses blood curse of binding.
That's a 5.
Alright. You are...
You'll You want me to post it?
I have a different, slightly tweaked version on my end.
Got it.
Your speed is currently 0, and you cannot use reactions until the end of your next turn.
Oh, that's mean.
That being said, it is... never mind, it's Sanus' turn. Sorry. Almost skipped you there.
I was about to say, goodness.
Yes, your turn.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, apparently necrotic damage does not quite work. Unfortunate.
Not quite. Also, I forgot, make a dex save.
Yes. Let's see.
You're fine. You succeed, so you take 8 points of fire damage.
Got it. Also, what's the success on that, if you don't mind me asking?
The DC for this is also 16.
Okay. Just making sure that it's not like auto success or something.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, there's not too terribly much to be done there. He's looking a little bit more haggard, so I'm gonna bonus action pop a minor potion of healing.
Alright, you do so. 2d4 plus 2.
I should really make a button for this.
That'd be a good idea.
Future Tal. Nope.
Is it my responsibility to make a button on all of your sheets?
Yes.
No.
4 healing. Still healing.
Hey, healing is healing.
Healing's healing.
Okay. He's going to make 2 more attacks with the short sword.
Go for it.
25.
Hits. And
29.
hits. Very nice. For 13 and 16. Very nice. You carve into it, you see its form beginning to shimmer a bit more as it staggers back. You note it is a lot more durable looking than the previous. Seemingly they are the next in line in terms of power. As it is still standing, still looking healthy, not quite bloodied yet.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Alright. Oh, hold on. There we go. Imp, it is your turn.
So describe this blood curse of like binding. Can I still
Yes.
attack and stuff?
You can still attack, but like it's as if your legs and lower half of your body is just stiffened up. And it feels weird. You kind of have to brace against the pillar beside you to not fall over. It feels awful. It feels like both your legs just instantly fell asleep.
I'd like to imagine it's like that TV static sort of like
Yeah.
limb fell asleep feeling. I'm just like, oh, the fuck. All right, that sucks. Let me see something here. This is a pillar right here. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So this guy is in the cover right
So I
now.
figured. Okay.
But you ignore cover, so.
I do.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, yeah.
I did not know sharpshooter ignores cover. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Ignores up to
half
3/4 cover.
And 3/4.
That's kind of hysterical. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
would normally-
absurd.
Normally would be 3/4 cover.
Would that be considered flanking?
No. You have to be in melee for that.
I have to be melee. Okay. Wasn't sure. But alright.
Yep.
In that case, yeah. All right. Since I can't move, I'll just 30. Okay, so they're about the same distance away. Yeah, I'll just chuck some. I'll throw Aeon Storm at Purple Dude.
Purple dude?
Purple Dude.
Okay. Just to note, he is also still ethereal looking in this state.
I'll throw him at Red Dude.
All right. just reminding you the mechanics of the fight.
Yeah, I genuinely I forgot that guy was ethereal.
No worries.
Let's go.
That
16?
just misses, unfortunately.
Gotcha. All right. Then I'll throw a normal Occam's Razor. 21.
Definitely hits, and you get sneak attack on that.
Oh shit! All right. I'll just. Yeah. Okay. I forgot you made sneak attack at something.
Yep.
16.
Ooh. Spice.
Spice,
Nice 29 damage there.
Sneak attack so strong.
You throw Aeon Storm, and You try aiming for the base of its neck, and it manages to just juke out of the way as the bolt impacts into the wall behind before beginning to zip past back to your hand. Before you do that, you summon Occam's Razor and throw it, and they almost pass by each other as they go, and you see a little bit of lightning catch onto Occam's Razor and impact hard into this dude, doing a good chunk of damage.
And I'd like to, after that, I'm like doing the thing where when one of your limbs falls asleep, you start smacking it. I'm like doing that to my legs, like, come on, the fuck you doing?
And slowly by the end of your turn, your movement speed returns. But yes, it is now Mias's turn, who is going to step here, check if everyone's in range for a thing.
If I'm not, it's fine.
Alright. They are going to hold their action to cast a spell. This boy's turn, who is going to make attacks against Mias to try to disrupt that spell. First attack, natural 1. Second attack is a 14, which hits.
Hold.
Yep.
Hold
I'm
on.
holding.
Call is being forwarded.
God
Calls-
damn it.
Oh my god!
Blood Curse of the Alice. Alright.
And I'm assuming no blood, so it's amplified.
Alright, so go ahead and take the damage then. So you take
5.
5 points of damage. You see this small streak of blood begin to curl down Sanus's hand as he holds it up towards this figure. Go ahead, roll your Hemocraft die to try to reduce the attack.
Oops. Okay. Just gonna roll it again.
6.
Yep.
That'll do it. You see it's the light of its eyes begin to just muddle and blur, and as they swing once, Mias is able to duck out of the way. As it swings again, they manage to just completely step out of the way. It's fighting blind, and as at the end of the turns, the light returns. It stares towards you, seemingly amused.
Two can play this game.
I also forgot to make Mias make a dex save, so they're going to do that. This happened before they started casting a spell, so they're fine on the concentration side, and they passed the save with a 17. So they take 7 damage. And that is your turn, Amble.
I'm only gonna guess. I'm gonna have to move closer for that spell, mayhaps. I really don't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I feel like I want to get us a little closer. So I'm gonna tell Orym to basically move forward towards the edge of that storm, whatever the fuck it is, and land. And
Alright.
I'm gonna redirect Hunter's Mark because, haha, Ice Boy is behind me. I know that.
Mhm.
And then just mark it onto the red dude and take
Yep.
2 shots.
Go ahead.
Make sure I got Hunter's Mark this time. 15.
That unfortunately misses.
Oh, and a 12. Wow.
Ooh, not one.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you land, you see the figure turn towards you, and as you shoot these 2 radiant bolts, with 2 slashes, it carves both arrows out of the air with its blade, deftly and swiftly, as they just get completely deflected and shattered against its flame-wreathed blade. You see the radiant light begin to absorb into it almost.
Oh, God.
Doesn't add any extra damage, but it's just cool.
It's spicy.
But is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn. God.
Alright. Veneria, at the start of your turn, pick a spot
That was
within
that
10
was
feet.
powerful. Ooh.
Can I move here?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, you sound a little bit distant.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Do I still need to make the dex save?
No, because as part of exiting Blink, you can teleport 10 feet.
Okay, cool.
Like,
So-
you moved 10 feet through the ethereal plane where the fire wasn't.
Okay.
And real quick, to interrupt, upon seeing your return, Mias releases their spell and casts Mass Cure Wounds
Oh!
on
How
everyone.
much?
Everyone heal 25.
Nice.
Big range. Good
That's
lord.
massive.
That is a large number.
That's huge.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Whew.
Ah.
You said
All
25, right?
25.
Nice.
2-5.
60 feet. Wow. That's
And that is
literally-
a 5th level slot for them.
It is as big as this whole room. Good lord.
Yep.
All right.
But that is, as you feel this healing wave wash over you, what do you do, Veneria?
Make an attempt at something kind of silly.
What you doing?
I want to... Actually, no, this isn't silly. I'm going to look at... Well, here's the question. Does magic work on the ethereal? Can I roll an arcana check?
For what?
I want to use hold monster.
Make a Arcana check.
18.
From your experience fighting undead before, and knowing the nature of non-corporeal entities, you know they tend to be immune to paralysis.
Cool. Then I'm going to use it on the red dude.
Alright. As you release the spell into the entity, unfortunately it has no effect.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, balls. Okay. That's my turn, unfortunately.
But now you know.
And then roll 20 or wait. If I were to use hold monster, would that get rid of blink?
Blink is not concentration, so roll a d20.
Oh, it's thinking about it. 13.
Vin's gone.
It's just like, oh,
She's in the rogue dimension. Oh no.
Vin's
Yeah,
back in the
literally,
rogue
she
dimension.
goes, ah!
I accidentally skipped past Oren, but I'm assuming they're dodging again.
well, now that we're on the ground, I think she's more or less just gonna ready an action to attack with her claws if anything gets close.
Cool. Sounds good. This boy's turn, who is going to, seeing everything that's going on, move up here. You know what? Yes, they're going to go right. Hold on, never mind. I need to do this right. They will go here, and then here. So, Imp has to make a dex save in the process, as well as Amble and Oren.
Oh, fun.
I'm getting Spirit Guardians vibes from this town.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's an 18.
You succeed and take no damage.
Just backflip out of the way of the fireballs.
Yep. 15 is a failure, as is 17, so Amble and Oren take 12 fire damage. Sanus, did you want to make an op attack?
Yep.
Go ahead. 26 definitely hits for a good 14 damage. Very nice.
You said 12 for the fire damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're going to make an attack against you, Amble. Oren can also use their reaction to make their attack here.
Or at least can use her action now?
It's a held action. Is you hold the action and then you use your reaction to use that action.
Ah, okay. I'm dumb.
It turns an action into a reaction.
But 16.
Unfortunately, a 16 does miss.
Damn.
Armor class of
Fucking-
17.
Yeah.
As against you, Amble, they roll a 27
Yeah.
and a 20.
Not nat 20, right?
Not natural 20.
Okay.
20
So,
total.
yeah. Yeah, both hit.
For a 11 points on the first and 10 on the second.
Okay. Spicy, but
As they're
alright.
just carving into you, they are also going to look back towards you, Sanus, and use a blood curse. Make another con save.
Surprised the man didn't do 89 damage to insta-kill Amble again.
Yeah.
You succeed, and once again you feel that wave. Actually, sorry about that. He actually can't use that one. You rolled a 17. What's your strength save?
Strength is 4.
Okay, so you pass either way. You feel that same numbing sensation in your legs, but you manage to shake it off.
Oh, he tried to bind me.
He tried to bind you, because I just realized he can't use the other one, because only Cold and Lightning Boy can use that one.
Whoops.
But that will be his turn. Sanus, it's your go.
Let's see.
You are right on the edge of this massive ring of flame surrounding this entity.
Yeah, and unfortunately I don't have any kind of element resistance, much as that would be helpful. So instead, we're just gonna go in.
Beat his clown ass.
That's the plan, actually. Since this is gonna be...
Flanking. Yep. You have
Yes.
advantage.
So, advantage.
Not to be
And-
that asshole, but does he need to make a dex save once he enters?
Yes. For the sake of it, we'll
Yes.
just roll out at the end.
Yeah, like, I don't mind doing it now. Oh wait, it was 14.
That's a failure.
Yeah.
So you take 10 fire damage. As you just run through, these embers are impacting. The heat is unbearable, but you're bearing it.
No, he's a cat.
Definitely hits with a 28, and definitely hits with a 23 for 13 and 14. Very nice.
Yep. And we could ask, how is he looking?
Definitely bloodied at this point, like more than bloodied. He's looking kind of low.
Okay. I'll leave it there for now.
All right, Imp, it's your turn.
You said that guy looks more than bloodied, right?
Correct. He's if he could be bloodied twice over, he would almost be that.
Alright. I think I'm gonna... If I hold an action, that... No, never mind. I was gonna say something stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna get right here, bonus action dashing, just to get the like extra 5 feet
Mm-hmm.
to flank this guy. And then I think I'm gonna hold my action to attack, because I know if I hit this guy while it's ethereal, it's not gonna do nearly as much.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for the other guy to pop, and then whack this guy whenever he becomes more corporeal.
All right. That is what you are doing then. Mias's turn. I'll say they're just out of range for the fire. They are going to ignore the one that's standing directly in front of it and cast a spell towards Fireboy. Let's see.
Kill him!
They're going to cast Create Water. You see, basically, as they hold their hand out, this blue light just begins to form at the ends of their hands as they start, basically, like a mini rain cloud seems to form and begin to dry up. Not dry up. What am I talking about? Basically, just blast bits of rain in places, and you see a lot of the flames begin to die down, making it a bit less severe. This dude is going to attack you, Imp. Twice.
Alright.
24 to hit.
Now, here's the question. If I uncanny dodge, do I lose my action?
Yes, because you have to use your reaction to use your held action.
That is what I figured. Yeah, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Okay. So the first one rolled pretty dang well. Is 19, so you take 9.
Alright.
And the second one is only 9 damage, so 18 total.
The second one hit too?
Yes, it was a 23.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
Amble, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna guess I'm gonna have to make 3 con saves for Hunter's Mark.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
And a dex save.
yeah. At least me and Orr need to do that, so I'll do the dex first.
Success. Success.
Oh, nice. All right. So give me that damage.
Ooh, it rolled low too, so you only take 5 damage.
Nice.
Both of you only 5.
Oops, that's plus. I need minus.
And then roll those concentration checks.
I'd probably have to roll 4 now at this point, right?
Yes.
Fuck. I'm already
It
gonna
goes
say
down to the first one.
it goes down the first time.
Well,
So, shit. Whatever.
What you doing?
It. Would I be able to only attack once if I just try to hit him with my sword? Since
You can attack twice.
Okay, because I didn't know if switching weapons was going to be a thing.
Well, when you're riding Oren, you have like lots of places to put things, so it could literally just be set bow down for a sec, like drop it onto Oren, and then draw sword and swing twice. That's fine.
Okay, so I'll do exactly that. I'm gonna swing down and swipe twice, and then Oren's probably gonna try to get a claw in there too.
All right, you are flanking, so you have advantage on all of this.
Oh my god.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
And then Oren. That's a lot of damage.
34.
All hits for 34. Very nice. Very nice. It staggers back almost to a knee, but still has some fight left in them. Barely.
Barely.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Vin, start of your turn, pick a place between 10 feet to teleport to.
Right in front of him.
All right, you apparate in front of him.
Dex save.
Yep. Dex save time.
18.
That's a pass. Very
Sweet.
nice. So you take 4 fire damage.
Nice.
It
69
rolled low.
again.
Nice.
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 Double nice. Wow.
Double
Alright.
nice. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with Plane Pierce once more. For
You do have
18.
advantage, so just roll a d20 just to see if you crit.
Okay. No, it wasn't
Okay.
13.
Would be nutty.
Would
But that-
raise that to a 22, but I think it hits regardless.
It hits anyway.
For 35 damage.
For 35 damage. Very nice. You watch as you carve into this thing, it staggers back, and for a moment its form quivers before vanishing away.
That was Oren's kill. Damn it.
Sorry, friend.
It really wasn't.
Kill
I think
steal.
Vin got that one. Just, I'm pretty sure Vin did that. As they reapparate in the back of the room before quickly composing themselves and taking that same posture.
Vin gives
And
a salute.
in that instant, the last one's form vanishes and reapparates in the center of the room. As you see its eyes begin to glow with this purplish energy as lightning begins to wreathe around the entire chamber.
Oh, well,
Yep.
that's not fair.
Carving between the pillars, from the walls, everywhere, all around you see these sparks of lightning shooting from the ground to the ceiling to the ground, all around you. It's a light show. And
You
it's
get
now
a
Oren's
saving
turn.
throw, and you get a saving throw.
at the start of Oren's turn, make a dex save. Oh wait, no, Oren already made it. Oren rolls on your turn because you're mounted on them. Never mind.
Yeah, so it was a 17 regardless.
Put up that
Yeah.
aura towel.
It's the entire arena.
Okay, never mind then.
Yep. But does Oren do anything in specific? Dodge? Anything like that?
Yeah, let's go dodge this time, because it's just like, man's away, and we see one, and everyone's kind of
Alright.
already around him.
They are dodging. That also gives them advantage on dex saves, just so you know.
Oh! Nice.
Senus, it's your turn. As you see the beginning of the turn, lightning strikes out from the pillar that's near you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, put it at advantage accidentally.
14
So,
is a
14.
failure. And you take 22 lightning damage at high roll there.
Jesus.
Ooh.
That's spicy.
Kill
Yeah.
this fucker dead quick.
Yeah.
As this bolt impacts into your back, you are wreathed with this pain, but you're still going. Also, real quick, Vin, roll a d20.
Oh, shit, right.
Actually, hold on. No, actually, too late for that.
Oh, wait, I rolled the 13. Never mind. I already did
That
it.
was for advantage.
Oh, right, sorry. 19 anyway.
Regardless, you're gone. But Sinus, please proceed.
This worked out so much better than I could have imagined.
Okay. So,
What you doing?
Big thinky.
I am in fact thinking. 'Cause I think that's a bonus action. It would have to be a bonus action as well. We'll do it at the end. Okay. So, first things first, gonna move over here
All right.
and do 2 sword strikes.
Go for it. Hits with a 29. 15 unfortunately misses.
Oh no, my first miss.
Your first miss. But you still did
Ah,
nice
shucks.
14 damage. Very nice.
Good. At that, he's actually going to put his sword away, resheathing it at his hip. And he's going to use... Where is it? Well, first, also,
Mhm.
Brand of Castigation, just as a...
All right. He is marked.
Because funsies.
Because funsies.
And because funsies. And second,
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's a book.
Hybrid
Describe
transformation.
describe what this looks like, if you would.
so hybrid transformation. Putting his sword away, you suddenly realize that he's seemingly growing a little taller and a lot wider, a lot more muscle underneath the cloak and underneath the leathers, face taking on a more primal, jagged appearance, almost like a larger cat, a panther, lion, one of the big cats that you might expect in the wildlife, instead of just a tabaxi. He grows taller, his claws growing quite a bit longer and sharper, as he seems to hunch over a lot more feral than before.
All right. You all see that as this figure's eyes narrow as it looks towards you and just gives you a single nod. And that's your turn?
That's my turn.
Imp, it's your turn.
I can't believe we have the incredible bulk on our team. God damn it. Alright.
Do I need to smite you again?
Probably.
Yes.
I say at this, I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Can the weird shit just stop? And then I'm gonna just run up here. I gotta make a dex save, I'm sure, yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Come on, evasion. That's a nat one. Okay, never mind.
You still take half because
Yeah, I
of
do.
evasion. Dude, he rolled the same thing.
Alright.
Except
Oh no.
he rolled he rolled better. Okay, 26 halved to 13. He's
Thank-
almost rolled max twice.
Oh, thank God I got fucking evasion, jeez.
Yeah, so 13 damage to you
That would have been a one fine electric bitch slap.
as this bolt blasts into you.
You don't need to smite me, Tal. This guy's doing it already.
Yeah, he is.
But I'm gonna get over here and then I'm gonna give this man the stabby. I'm the lightning, bitch. Don't fucking steal my element. Alright. Here we go. Sneak attack. It's a 13.
Unfortunately, a 13 does miss as you run up behind. It actually turns away from Sanus and is now basically turned in such a way that he's facing both of you, and he actually manages to parry your blade away on the first attack.
Alright. Then I'll go again with Occam's Razor.
Go for it.
I still get sneak attack because the first one didn't hit, right?
Correct.
Okay. The 24 did.
As you thrust forward once with Occam's Razor, they parry aside, and you take that opportunity to stab low, and you actually pierce into the lower part of its form with Occam's Razor, and you see its eyes almost wince and narrow as that is a beefy hit. How much damage is that?
31.
31. Very nice.
All right.
Good hit. Good stuff.
That will end my turn, Mr. Tao.
Thank you. Miasa's turn. Dex save. Failure.
Oh no!
19 lightning damage to him.
And she gets a little revivified. Little energy. Let's go.
They get. You see this blast impact into them as they immediately step forward and immediately begin to cast the spell again, holding their action once more. That will be Miasa's turn, holding the spell. This dude is going to make an attack against Sanus and an attack against Imp. 1 and 1. Natural 1 against you, Sanus. 24 against you, Imp.
It's 3 natural ones for this guy. I'm gonna uncanny dodge this shit.
Alright, so you take 6 points of damage total.
Neat.
Sanus, you're just able to sidestep as it carves into the ground, passing through without a scratch. And they're going to raise their hand up towards Mias and use... he can't use that one, actually. Hold on. Please hold. They're going to use Blood Curse of Lethargy. Mias needs to make a con save. And they pass, surprisingly. Let's see. It's what, 4d6? Yes. This dude just max rolled 4d6.
Can he chill?
Mias takes 12 necrotic damage. And needs to make a concentration check. I'm gonna roll this one publicly because it's more fun that way.
Haha. Hey!
The spell remains.
Yeah!
But that will be his turn. Amble, it's your go. At the beginning of your turn, you and Oren make a dex save.
Yeah, forgot about that part. Damn it. 20 for me.
Amble passes.
Hey!
And so does Oren.
Nice, alright.
Didn't even need to use the advantage from dodge. You both take 10 lightning damage.
Alright, easy enough. Oren is still looking very beefy.
Yep.
She is a healthy girl.
But it is now your turn.
If I make range attacks, it isn't an advantage, is it?
No advantage, no.
Okay, so... fuck it. One regular bow attack, and the last one I'm going to pull out the ontological arrow because we need to fucking finish this bitch.
Alright, go ahead and make your attacks.
Oh! 30
Hits.
for regular
Beef!
one. Come on, baby.
Come on.
Oh, just me.
Beats equals beats!
Ties.
Oh,
You tie. So the first arrow you knock and release, and it turns as it impacts its shoulder. It turns towards you. As you knock the ontological arrow, you see its eyes go wide as it tries to interpose its blade to deflect it. And as it tries to carve through, you see it pierces through the ethereal blade and just straight through its chest into the rubble behind. And you see more portions of rubble begin to crumble from the stonework behind. You see its entire form cave in and quiver for a moment as the lights flicker off and then back on in that instant as it just looks staggered.
You did 45 damage, Amble.
Also, wait, does Hunter's Mark come into play?
Hunter's Mark did fade.
Okay, I just saw the skull and crossbones on it, so I was curious.
That is Brand of Castigation. Also, that's psychic damage, right?
It's psychic damage.
For every single melee attack he does?
It's let me just post it.
Yeah, post it. Because he did attack since he's been branded.
Yes, it's so damage. Every time branded creature deals damage to you or a creature you can see within 5 feet of you, it suffers psychic damage.
Okay, so he takes the 3 damage from attacking you,
Yes.
but not attacking it. Gotcha.
Well,
Because you're 10 feet away from him.
Did he deal damage to me?
Right, he didn't. He missed. It's not. Is it damage or just make an attack?
Deals damage to me.
Okay, then he doesn't take the psychic damage. Thank you for clarifying. I was confused. But yes, is that your turn, Amble?
I was gonna say, haha, we're gonna move up, but she landed. Oh wait, that's plenty of room. So yeah, Orin's basically gonna move up to him. Cause
Are you staying behind, or is Amble riding up with him?
I'm still riding.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be my turn once Orin kind of gets all up in his business.
All right. Veneria, you back into existence.
I'm right next
Please.
to Imp when I do.
Sounds good. Please make a dex save. Always with the lightning.
Ooh, that's bad. That's a 7.
He got his comeuppance because he almost min-rolled. You take 9 lightning.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's what he gets.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I've had enough.
Immolation. Nice.
Perfect.
All right, that's a dex save for 26. He rolls a 12. You see its form immediately begin to illuminate with this this flame that just wreathes its form. It reacts as if taking damage for a brief moment before stealing itself, and it just looks towards you, Veneria, still on fire. Its eyes narrow slightly towards you.
That's my turn.
26 fire damage. Very nice.
Also, quick, does Mios do anything?
Right. As Vin returns, they will cast Mask Cure Wounds again.
Good Lord,
Everyone
she's
heal.
She's a healing machine. I love it.
14. Everyone up 14. And roll another d20 for me, Vin.
Does that work in conjunction with immolation?
As I said, Blink is not a concentration spell.
Right. All right. It's only a 5 anyway.
So you stay in the material plane this time.
Would I be able to, like, dispel Blink at this point?
It is an action to do so.
Okay. I will wait until my next turn if that's necessary then.
Alright. Orin's turn.
She gonna do a good claw.
Go for it.
Oh, advantage this time. Haha.
Correct. At this point, melee attacks are basically at advantage with all the different flanking angles.
19.
19 hits, 17 damage. Very nice. As Orin's able to carve into this thing and stagger him back a bit.
This boy's still up. Fuck.
How's he
Still up.
looking?
Not bloodied yet.
Wow.
Whoa!
Alright, time to Sandu smash. Just crush him into the pavement.
Sanus, it is your turn. What do you do?
Wonderful. So he's going to re-enable Crimson Right, taking both claws and slashing them across his arms. Claws starting to wreathe in lightning instead.
You see between the fingertips, almost arcing down like a forked lightning bolt, just between the fingertips. What do you do?
Okay. Double strike of Predatory Strike.
Do it. You do have advantage. So for the sake of things, we'll keep
I'll
those
just
damage
roll.
rolls. Just roll an extra d20 for both.
Yep. Let me do that.
So the first attack hits. And just check for crit on the second. Okay. So both hit. Very nice. And those are with +1 damage from your form, right?
I believe it should have put it in.
Okay.
Did it? I think it did, yeah.
Okay, cool. So 17 and 14. Very nice.
31. Weird amount of damage rolls that ended up with like 22 or 31 this ride.
Also, let me go ahead and put on the Hemocraft. I took 3.
Very nice.
What about... Not to be that guy, but what about your deck save?
Right, deck save, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Didn't matter anyways.
Not at all.
I have a dex save plus 12.
Yeah, you do have a +12 to your dex.
So you take 7 lightning damage.
Teach me, O Tabaxi Master, the ways of dexterity, so my bitch ass at 0 can learn.
And stealth.
Oh, I'm not sure there's any helping you.
Imp, it's your turn. Please make a deck save.
You got it. No, but I mean to do that at advantage with 13.
That is a failure, but you still take half.
You're
The fuck? Okay, 12 lightning damage total. That is being halved. He rolled 6, 6, 4, 6, 2.
Oh my god!
This man does not like his half elves. Good lord.
It's either we're rolling
see
like
as-
fucking crazy or rolling really low.
You see, it's almost as if the lightning is drawn towards you, as if you're bearing some sort of ancient relic that is attuned to it.
Hold the
It's your
goddamn
turn.
lightning rod. Fuck.
Drop it!
I mean, I didn't intend for it to be that way, but the dice are rolling that way.
The dice know.
They know. But yes, your turn.
Alright. I like to imagine Ilman's in my head like, this is fucking bullshit. What the hell? Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna give him the old chop chop. Oh, baby!
Go ahead, roll crit sneak attack.
I forgot to put in the sneak attack. Okay, shit. Alright, crit sneak attack. Is that coup de grace?
Yes.
Alright.
How much? That's
10, 9, 19, 33, 52!
Ouch.
As you slash down with Aeon Storm, actually no, it's a piercing. So as you thrust forward with Aeon Storm, you stab into the square of its back and actually push your hand all the way through its form almost, as this blast of lightning just shoots off the front into the ceiling. You see amongst all these purple bolts of lightning, this pure radiant blue just pierces through, dwarfing the others in comparison. As you pull the blade back out, Imp, that's your first attack.
Oh no!
Well, I'd like to flavor it as my hand is like through him. It's like ew, 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 and then I stick.
You don't
Occam's-
feel anything. It's not like a body. It's as if your hand just passed through it.
It's still in a ghost, and I don't want my hand in a ghost.
Okay.
25. So I'm a flavor.
Still hits. For
I'm a
15%.
flavor it as like hands inside of him, like ew. Just other knife in the shoulder, and then just gonna use to leverage my other hand out.
All right. He is below 100 HP.
Ah!
What? Oh my god!
You get sneak attack on Occam's?
Only once per round.
Ah, okay.
Per turn, rather. Mias's turn. They're going to spend their last spell slot to do a 6th level Mask Cure Wounds.
Everyone should
Sanu,
thumbs
step
up.
your game up. Mia's just easily like a healing potion factory right now.
They are
Hey, listen.
playing a healing class.
If I don't have to use healing potions, I'm not gonna.
Everyone heal for 16.
Fuck yes!
I don't heal a thing because I've been rolling it. The lowest I've gotten is 69.
Nice.
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 Nice. That is the end of her turn. At the beginning of his turn, he's going to first, I believe it's make a dex save against immolation. Is it beginning or end?
Let me post it one more time. I'm not entirely sure.
At the end of each of its turns,
Oh, okay.
it repeats the save. Okay.
Okay.
But it is going to turn towards you, and does it have access? It does not have access to that one. Okay. But it will use a blood curse on you, Vin. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, boy. 5.
That is a failure. You take 18 necrotic damage as you feel this life force just being drained from you. You gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh,
no.
Oh, shit.
Yep. I know this one now.
And I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for concentration on immolation.
Okay. Oh, whoops. I think I goofed my armor class at one point because it's registering as a 0. My AC is 13. 22?
You maintain concentration on immolation,
Okay.
and they will now make a dex save against... Or no, it's not the end of their turn. They will make their attacks, both against you, Sanus.
Oh boy.
23 and 27.
I'm going to try for the 23 with my Curse of the Eyeless.
What's your armor class?
It's 18.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6. You need to roll a 6.
I do not roll a 6.
Unfortunately, and you do have to
Take
self-damage.
No. Let me... Okay.
1. Very nice. unfortunately, as you try to blind this thing, you see its eyes begin to muddle over for a moment, but it's too fast as it's able to attack before the blind sets in. From the first attack, you take 14 damage, and from the second, you take 11.
14 and 11?
Yes. Also, Mios didn't roll a dex save.
It's fine.
They fail.
not fine.
There goes 6th level.
No, it's fine. They just took 12 damage.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Amble, it's your turn.
Oh, at the end of his turn, does he need to roll a save for immolation?
Correct. Thank you for reminding me. Natural 1. Roll 46.
I'm just gonna do lingering flames. Oh,
Do
that's
it.
what that's what
15.
it's there
Nice.
for.
Yep. Minus 15. Very nice. Very, very nice. As the flames continue to burn against it, it's not quite able to resist the intensity of the fire. Amble, your turn.
More deck save time.
Correct. Success. Failure. So Amble, you take 12. You take 6. Oren takes 12.
All right, I was about ready to cry because I'm like, ah. Too many character sheets. Too many character
Too many
sheets.
cooks. Too many cooks.
Too many sheets, too many sheets.
All right.
Too many sheets. Too many sheets.
What do you do, Amble?
What you do?
What do you do? Ah! I scream. Oh! I feel like at this point, since we're just beating up on one guy, I'm gonna dismount. So that could be half
All
movement.
right. Yeah. So you have 15 feet of movement left.
So I'm just gonna jump over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and make. I'm just gonna go ahead and make 2 sword attacks. We'll go with
for
that.
it.
Advantage, because yes. Oh no, 14
That is a
and
miss.
a 27.
That is a hit. So 8 slashing, piercing. Very nice.
And since we're gonna do coordinate attack, might as well do a claw.
Go ahead.
Oh,
That hits. Big 18.
does she get advantage for doing coordinated as well?
Yeah. Just roll another d20 in case they roll a crit.
Close.
Close, but 18 damage. Still very good. Is that your turn?
Not quite. I'm gonna move back. I can move 15?
If you wanted, yeah.
Yeah. I'm basically gonna take the op attack. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the space.
They will make that op attack. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. That is 19 damage total.
I'm fine. This is fine.
As they just carve into your back as you retreat. You see the other 2 figures still standing stoically at this point.
You two.
He takes 3 damage from Brand of Castigation.
That he does. Very nice.
And actually, he took 3 damage from hitting me, too. I just completely forgot.
There we go. Did he hit you twice?
He hit me...
Yeah, he hit you twice.
He hit you twice, so that's
he
another
hit me
3.
twice. Yeah.
Good to know. Very, very... It adds up, so yeah, good to know. Veneria, at the start of your turn, please make a dex save.
Okay. 15.
That is a failure, unfortunately.
This
You
is
take
gonna hurt.
15 lightning damage
Ow.
as this bolt
Ow.
impacts into you from the pillar beside you.
So I have immolation up right now, correct?
Correct.
I dispel it. And
Immolation drops.
I look at Senos and I say, "Hey, buddy, go nuts!" And I cast haste on him.
To describe how this feels, Senus, since this is the first time for you, as this spell casts upon you, time begins to slow. You see the bolts of lightning begin to slowly travel through the air as your perception of time has slowed significantly. As you can see, advantage on dex saves, bonus to armor class, additional attack essentially each round.
Okay, so 1 extra attack.
Yeah, and a bonus to your armor class, and an advantage on dex saves.
Got it.
All right. That's your turn, Veneria?
Yep, that's it.
Roll a d20.
3.
You remain on the prime material. Oren's turn.
I would say that she kind of like bent down to let Amble off, but then was getting back up to see him run off and kind of get that sword in the back, and is like, "Oh no, gonna do a bite." 22,
That hits. 7 piercing. Very nice.
and she will stay exactly right there.
Alrighty. Sinus, it's your turn. Make a dex. Oren made their save on their turn. They'll make it starting next time.
Yep.
Sinus, make a dex save at advantage.
Oh, right. I get advantage on that now. 24.
Huge success. You take 7 lightning damage,
Okay.
and it is now your turn.
So, I get 3 attacks.
You do, at advantage.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hit.
19. 27. 29.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
First 2 strikes are simple slashes down across from shoulder to hip and shoulder to hip. And the third one is a stab with his claws. And instead of stopping, it just goes straight through.
Mortal Kombat style, you just tear into this dude and then cleave straight through his chest, and his entire form vanishes as the lightning begins to stop as he reapparates at the back of the room before resummoning his blade, holding it up to his chest and taking a knee. You all take a breath in as combat has come to a close.
Oh shit!
Yes.
I'm gonna walk back up and
Ow.
cast a good berry, and gonna give 4 to Sanus and 3 out to Imp and Vin.
The fuck, you're real big now. The hell.
Yes.
Shit's fucking weird. Alright.
Oh my god, Wait, yeah, no, I guess Vin initially would be like, oh, alright, cool. To, Big Sanus.
Well, you're not eating us, so that's a start.
Big goose.
Can I smite Tau?
No.
Please.
No.
Xanus is gonna drop his transformation.
And
Sanus
I'm-
reverses the transformation and everyone gets a stress heal.
Alright, cool. I Dispel Blink.
As your form ceases sputtering in and out of existence.
Okay.
Sanus reverts to his less feral form.
Also, don't forget those small heals. I mean, 4 and 3, but still.
Yep, it's something.
Heal
As
for 3.
you stand now in the center, now getting a good look, Sanus, you're standing in... One of your feet is embedded in the rib cage of an ancient skeletal body, the bones turning to dust almost as you step on them. You're all surrounded this bloody ritual circle.
Well, isn't this just beautiful and grotesque?
You see...
Well,
oh, go ahead.
It's probably them. This is you guys, isn't it?
Yes.
See, it's just them.
I just kind...
Morbid.
I
You
just,
don't
yeah.
do shit like this, do you?
What?
You don't do circles like this and, like, summon demons, I guess. I don't fucking know. This is still weird.
I don't know how to.
Good. Let's get this thing, I guess. I'm petting Warren.
Yeah. Vin is gonna take a lean and say, Sanus, this is all you.
Yes. Very well. He's gonna go ahead and make his way then.
All right. Approaching the 3 figures, they'll stand at your approach before seemingly sheathing their blades, and just one by one they vanish as the door creaks open a half inch.
Just a half inch?
Yeah.
Well, He walks forward to it and tries to open it the rest of the way.
You push the 2 sliding doors open, and you see this ancient-looking workshop. 3 tables set up, and on the far back you see a single blade covered in dust in a scabbard. You feel
Wonderful.
a faint sense of recognition in the back of your head.
He's going to walk up to it,
Bef-
sort of look it over a little bit before picking it up.
Before he picks it up, Vin's gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Just right quick. Just be careful.
No worries.
Alright. You approach the blade and stare down towards it. A fine layer of dust lays atop as you reach for it instinctually, like you did with that ancient tincture so long ago. Before your hand can grasp around the handle, you feel a twinge of pain from your fingertips. You feel a streak of crimson drift from your hand towards the blade, a pain you're all too familiar with. Pushing past it, you reach and grasp the handle tight as you watch this crimson aura wreathe the blade and handle as faint traces of crimson begin to crawl along faint, near invisible inscriptions descending across the scabbard. Inscriptions you recognize as ancient hemocraft runes, but none that you're familiar with. You feel a pressure on the side of your head, like a migraine about to begin, as you feel those voices begin to speak with you once again, faintly. A memory. "The young wolf has done well," one voice says. "An understatement. He's exceeded my expectations." Another. "He had the aid of the Lightborn. High praise is not due." Now, you act as if us ourselves went without their aid in the past. I suppose you're correct. Ronan lent aid in forging the blade to the young one's specifications. It's ready for him in the workshop. The conversation is cut short by the sounds of screams, the drawing of blades, and the all-too-familiar sound of one's crimson right. You hear sounds of desperation and sounds of sacrifice, before a voice interrupts the errant memory. I never got a chance to wield the blade I designed. It was forged by the world's finest smith. You seem eager to follow in our forsaken footsteps. So wield it well, in my stead, young wolf. As your senses return to you, this blade gripped tightly in your hands. That faint pressure still lingering on your mind. What do you do?
Well, first things first, unsheath it.
Taking the blade from the scabbard, you see that faint trail of crimson has begun to curl along runes embedded on the blade itself, seemingly solidifying into this mildly reflective, almost ruby-like color as it becomes one with the blade. And you gain access to Requiem, Theon's Fury. Let me tell you what this shit does.
Fucking radical.
Oh boy.
Alright. Please hold.
You know every single one of us wants to say it, but we know we shouldn't.
Yeah, your call's being forwarded.
Alright.
This is a +1 longsword. It is an artifact with a finesse property, but it is also versatile, so you could two-hand it to do a d10 instead of a d8. And requires attunement by a blood hunter. It deals an extra d6 damage, and that damage type matches that of your active Crimson Right damage type, meaning It only does that extra d6 if you are using your Crimson Right.
Okay.
As a bonus action, you can summon it to your hand regardless if it's on the same plane of existence or not. This goes for all of the major relics. Once per turn, when you deal damage using this blade, gain 1 blood charge to a maximum of 3. As a bonus action, you can spend 3 charges to regain a use of your blood maledict, or 1 charge to roll a Hemocraft die and gain that has temp HP equal to the amount rolled. In addition, when you make an attack action using the weapon, if you're in your hybrid form, you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yo.
This thing is fucking awesome. God damn, we have cool weapons.
Goodness. It's going to be really weird to put into the attacks tab. It's going to have like 5 or 6 different things.
You could just put variable for the Hemocraft damage type.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that Hemocraft die just like a D20, or is it like a specific die?
Hemocraft die
levels.
it starts at a D4. Sanus, it's currently a D6. Soon it'll be a D8, and I believe it ends at a D10.
Ah.
I believe so. I need to double check.
I think it goes off monk damage die scaling, if I'm not mistaken.
Spicy either way.
Also,
Yeah.
everybody knows Sanus' class now. Yay!
Yay!
It's pretty much a given at this point.
What the fuck's a blood hunter, guys? God.
How are you feeling?
I'm not certain. I have lots to study about this thing.
I think that's kind of been our reaction to all of these encounters, to be honest with you, Sanus.
I think that's pretty understandable, but I have a great deal yet to learn. And unfortunately, few teachers.
That's an awfully humble way to put it, though. We have so much to learn still. I kind of feel this is just only scratching the surface, even after all that we've done already.
I'm probably gonna say from the door, well, at least it's safe to say you're one of us now, huh?
What was the term that they used? Lightborn. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Have we've heard that term, haven't we?
I don't recall.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in your fight with Winslow, he said, "You born of light."
Oh, that's right. I would say it's familiar, but not so known.
Not clear.
Yeah. I mean, with all these weapons and artifacts and vestiges that we're getting, it would make sense, I guess, at this point.
It seems like your path has more to it. And from what the masters of old seem to talk about, it sounds as though they worked with the Lightborn of the past. I think it might not be better to stick around a little bit.
Vin grins at this. What were you gonna say, Imp?
Well, I was gonna say, like, I'm still kind of, like, just chilling with Mias, and at, Sanus' mention of, like, is that name familiar, and be like, hey, you get that title at all?
To Mias?
Yeah.
Mias shrugs.
Alright, fair enough.
The ultimate move. Shrug.
A wondrous counter.
Tao, do we see any, of the fucking items we've been down here looking for? Like, the parts?
Right, thank you for reminding me. Also, in this room, you see various other boxes and crates. And referring to the list you were given, you do note that several of the things that were requested are in like just one box, and looking through another bin, you find the other half.
Shit!
All right. 2 for 1. Let's go.
Ancient workshop.
Could I do an Arcana check?
For
Actually, you know what? No, it's not really necessary. I know these things are magical, and I know they're powerful as shit.
correct.
She picks up the box and has it in her hands, and it's like, y'all ready to get the fuck out of here?
Now, are these boxes like milk crates, or are they actually like big crates?
They're milk crate sized.
Okay, so Vin could pick it
A
up.
lot of small, very important parts rather than one big important part.
Okay.
All right.
So it's a lot of the smaller like,
I,
plugs and wires and stuff.
I can understand Anvil. I can actually understand this because if it wasn't anything bigger, Vin actually probably wouldn't be able to pick it up.
Now, it's like, for example, in one of the boxes, you see like a series of ornately cut gems with engravings onto the gem itself. You see that occasionally pulse with energy. And then on the other, you find like different scraps of metal, different pieces of metal, basically forged, seemingly requested replacement parts for different parts of the gun.
Well, at least Lorelei was right.
In a moment. Let me just quickly check. He's gonna look over to see if there's anything else in the room that might be of interest or of use. Books, scrolls.
Make an investigation check.
Would you need any help looking at anything? Because I mean,
Make an investigation check at advantage.
yeah. Because I was about to say I would
Sweet.
offer help.
Yeah, Vin would too.
21.
21. Much like the other books, these are very dusty and old, so you aren't really able to recover anything specifically. You do find more book covers, though. Specifically a ledger, seemingly taking note of different operations across Xenom.
Are they?
Is
And-
he able to make out any of that?
Are you going to try to get to the first page?
I'm gonna try and get to at least the first page.
Make a sleight of hand check.
What is my sleight of hand?
Need a bit of help with that?
24.
No, but thank you.
He delicately removing the cover, you're able to flip to page 1 successfully. And you see like a little index, I believe that's what it's called, detailing different locations. Very old, hard to make out, but you discern it says... I don't have the names for them yet, but the previous names for... like, for example, the Frostborn wasn't always referred to as the Frostborn. So the old world, I don't have that lore on hand. The old world name for the Frostborn, Location 1 and Location 2.
Got it.
And then the old world name for the Sivorn, Location 1, Location 2. The old world name for Ubrix, Location. And then the old world name for the Wildwoods, Location. You presume this is the location for the Wildwoods.
Are these?
One of them, at least.
Are these specific locales? Vin is basically asking Sanus. She's kind of learning secondhand.
Seems likely. Though I'll need to try and compare some of the historical records. I don't recognize these names. Well, at least not in relation to where they are now.
Make a history check at advantage because of your...
Well, I
your
was
skill.
about to actually use... yeah, I was about to actually use Grim Psychometry here.
Go for it. History at advantage.
Oh,
Nice.
Too bad.
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay. That's
Oh,
an
you do
additional
have that.
single... That's an additional single d20, so 23. Very nice. Allow me to refer to the maps real quick.
oh, you're
Like
refreshing
hovering
the
your
memory.
your finger across the different names. Frostborn Location 1. You just get like a flash. Solstice. Arkenfell. And then, dragging your finger down to Sivorn, you just get Exile's Refuge. And then the next one, Enclave of the Rose. Dragging your finger further down to Ubrix, you get a flash, the Undead Settlement. And then dragging down to the final one for Wildwoods, you just get a flash, Everstone.
Key locales?
It seems like it. Though, this is the only one on this continent.
So there's more of this out there. Just so much
Well,
more.
More of what my sect is, or at least of blood hunters in general.
How is this the first time any of us, well, excluding you, Sanus, but any of us have heard of this? I'm kind of shocked that all of this information has gone off the radar.
Well, figure how old it's been, really.
I guess that's true.
This place hasn't been touched in 1,000 years, nearly. I think 1,000 years is plenty of time for people to forget.
Maybe too much time to forget. I leave you to it. And she will head out and wait until everybody's ready to go.
You see Mias is kind of just sitting down, leaning against one of the pillars, kind of exhausted, looking like, oh god.
Also, yeah, Vin, you have a point of exhaustion too, so you probably aren't feeling good.
Oh, yeah, I'll work into that. Yeah, as I'm walking up to her, I almost don't make it the whole way before Vin just kind of drops to her knees and she's like, God.
Alright, maybe we should chill for a bit.
Yeah, that sounds like a deal.
Hey, Tao.
Yep.
Do I still have any more of that chalk?
You do.
I'm gonna make a teleportation circle.
Alright.
Before you do.
Yep.
Are you going to complete it, or just, prepare it?
Prepare it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As you're doing so, you all notice, near the bottom of the chamber, the three figures waiting patiently.
Whoa.
Looking out towards you, Sanus.
I was about to say, that's all you, big guy.
No. I'm sure he gets a little bit of a chill down his spine and turns around and able to see the figures waiting for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to make his way over to, I assume, have a chat.
They give you a brief bow as you approach.
And he bows back.
Our time has been long overdue. They gesture towards the blade. Freedom.
I see. There's plenty I wish I could learn. But, come.
They all step forward.
Sanus gives them one bow and a quick slash across the head level.
And all at once they all, unmoving, accept the blow as they stagger back, their form fizzling, and granted a final death. You feel the air around grow a little bit warmer.
Sanus sheathes the Requiem and just waits there for a second before turning to rejoin the party.
All right. And you all take a short rest?
I
think
certainly
we
did.
do. Yeah, I
Yes.
think we
Yeah.
need it.
Alright. So you all take your time, arcane recovery if you got it, hit dice if you got it, stuff like that.
I'll roll a few of my d6s.
I'll burn some dice.
Go for it.
Aw, that's not nice.
Ouch.
You can burn many a d6.
Oh, well.
Complain enough and you'll get it.
Min
yeah.
roll, max roll.
I guess so.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Another max roll.
Alright, that's good enough for me. Bitch, and ye shall receive.
there you go, I'm back to max myself.
Maybe I should bitch
Very
about my
nice,
hit dice
very
rolls.
nice.
What the fuck? Even though mine were good. 2 10s, a 7, and a 6.
That's not bad.
I mean, I was at 56 and now I'm back up to 91. I say that's pretty good.
Yeah, I went from 43 to 65.
Mias will roll hit dice too.
Orange just had to roll 1 because she big, strong baby.
And they got healed by Mias 3 times.
Yeah, that too. Mias
Yeah.
was clutch. I'm sure, like, as we're waiting, I'm just like, Mias, that was pretty fucking clutch. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was some wicked shit, Mias.
I mean, you're gonna fucking die if I didn't.
Yeah.
We would die a lot quicker.
Figured it is my best option.
Well, thank you. Thank you either way.
It's a damn fucking good option.
Much
Being
appreciated.
new to this shit, you pick it up pretty
Saves
fast.
You know
Well,
what?
It must
So
run
do
in the
you.
family for being good at weird shit.
Thanks, I think. Fuck.
How much does a minor healing potion heal? It's 2d4, right?
2d4 plus 2.
Alright.
Hold on.
Are you out of hit dice?
No.
No, I just have 7 minor healing potions.
Just use hit dice.
Oh, hold.
That too.
Goodness.
Mm.
Hold. Jesus.
Jeez, it's
He is canonical.
Let me see that potion.
He is canonical.
I hand Sanus the potion.
Wait for an hour. I'll be back. He goes and tinkers for a little bit.
Over the course of the short rest, you see Sanus taking out an alchemy kit.
as it becomes a
It's
long
actually
rest.
No, alchemy kit and a herbalism kit, and he is making some adjustments.
Yeah, I want to watch this. Vin has no, idea how alchemy works on a, detailed level.
You see, the core thing is equivalent exchange.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Calm
Oh,
down
no.
there, Edward.
Please don't turn yourself into Orin.
All right, so you are making it do
Yes.
maximum.
I'm using the alchemist feat.
All right,
So I'm going to go ahead and hand it back.
they hand you this potion. You see, it's faintly, ever so faintly, glowing a bit brighter than it normally does.
Ah! Sweet! She knocks it back.
It rolls max.
Oh!
You heal 10.
I'm at max. Woo! That's
Well, that was a waste of an
potent.
hour.
I
Not
glare
really.
at Amble.
Do you use arcane recovery, by the way?
Yes, I do. I recovered a 5th level spell slot.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. Whew. Well, I feel better. Do I still have that point of exhaustion?
You do.
I feel somewhat better.
Yeah, you gotta take a long rest for that.
Yeah, I know, I do.
Yeah.
By now, would the circle basically be finished?
There is a almost completed teleportation circle on the ground. You just have to strike once more, and the spell should be complete.
Before you do, just wanted to see, can you look at the glyph on the ground and see anything in particular?
Me?
No, Sanus.
No.
Make an Arcana check.
Well, actually, it's not arcane, so whatever.
24. So, staring down at the runes, it's completely foreign to what you learned from before. This circle was intended for emergency use, as a last resort sort of deal, to essentially achieve a not quite lichdom, but something akin to it. The ability to die and come back. And as you do this, please make a history check at advantage.
$25.
You close your eyes as you feel that pressure build once more, as you see those 3 ethereal figures you were just fighting against long ago in the ruined streets above, before they were ruined. You see these figures fighting off these abyssal horrors, dying and returning to continue fighting them off. Over and over and over. Until the portals were closed.
Well, a shame. I can't give you the hero's burial or end that you so deserve. But perhaps at least I can continue your work.
Alright. Does Vin complete the circle?
Y'all ready to go?
I'm holding up both
I
milk
think there's
crates
nothing
of-
left for us here.
All right, one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amble first.
I'm holding up both milk crates and I'm like, I'm ready.
Imp.
Kind of offering a hand to me, Us. You ready to fucking go?
Let's fucking do this.
All right. Yep.
Centers.
Pulling her up.
Looks at the 3 skeletons for a second before turning back and just nodding.
And she strikes that chalk on the ground and casts teleportation circle.
You finish the circle and you see this doorway apparate for a moment before it immediately quivers and fails.
Huh?
That's supposed to happen, or
Make an Arcana check.
All right. That's a 14.
You get a vague memory of a conversation you had with Lorelei a while ago on the topic of forbiddances. Places where teleportation was seemingly not allowed in or out. The spell slot is not consumed, but the teleportation circle fails.
Fuck.
well, we heading a long way out then.
Well, so it seems.
Everyone roll insight as well upon hearing this information.
Fuck.
Me as well?
Yep.
22.
Big old 12.
Senus and Vin, you get the general idea that it's probably not the entire Everstone Underground, but likely just this workshop in specific from ages ago.
All right.
You remember the teleportation circle you set up at the safe house.
She exhales upon realizing this and goes, all right, it's not the end of the world. We just got to get back to square one.
Shit. Alright. I'm gonna place the milk crates on back of Orin. She's probably not happy.
You can put them in the bag of holding.
Oh, that too.
I open the bag of holding.
What do you all do?
Well, I guess we're heading back to that safe house.
Yeah.
I think so. Before we do, real quick, he's gonna down a potion of awareness.
All right.
For us to get through this workshop and office space and blah blah blah, basically kind of get back to where we were at the beginning of the session, is that going to take us an hour?
Just about.
I guess when we get closer to there, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. You'll retrace your steps backwards through the winding halls and crypts. And at this point, you all make your way to the first building you entered. Passing through the crypts, you aren't assailed by those ethereal forms from before. Occasionally you see one down a hall that quickly makes itself hidden from you all, seemingly knowing not to bother. And in time, you make your way back onto the ruined streets. And I need everyone to make a perception check.
I think before we get back onto the street, I'm definitely having that Pass Without Trace up, so once we get around to that...
And as per usual, should I roll with or without advantage?
For what?
Perception is if it's...
for this it is visual, so...
Okay.
Starting at standard.
Don't even need it, damn.
Veneria, Amble, and Senus. You all see about 300 feet away those dark, piercing blue eyes,
Oh, Jesus.
high above the rooftops. And its gaze meets with yours. We're going to enter a skill challenge.
Fuck you!
A what now?
A
So,
skill challenge.
You all get to use your skills to try to aid your way to the safe house and trying to avoid the Nightwalker. I did this once before when you all are trying to get to Helion's chambers.
Oh, it's one of these. Oh, dear.
Oh, shit.
Hey, don't get lost again, Vin.
Well, no, that was when we're trying to get to the safe room. It's when we get to Helion where we're doing
You
this.
mean when I got lost?
Yeah, it's
No, not when you got lost. That was not when you got lost. But y'all can basically try to use your skills to try to traverse the underground ruins more effectively. So,
Shad.
there's this moment where they're all looking, you're both looking at each other. What do you do?
well, first of all, Kip, you were saying something to me?
First off, I would say we would fucking dip in the fucking, like, stealth mode and fucking try to hide. Try to give them the quick, like, runaway. But, like,
All right.
which one of us is going to be the higher stealth? Because I'm at 8.
Well, both of you everyone can attempt a stealth roll. The DC just gets higher every time a stealth is attempted to use.
Well, we get plus 10 because, like I said before we got onto the street,
Yeah.
I just...
The DC does get higher every time stealth is attempted.
How far are we away from the safe house?
The safe house?
10-minute walk.
It's about a 10-minute walk.
Like, can we see it from where we're at?
No.
Okay. Shit.
You are in this underground ruined city filled with winding streets that have collapsed. You're just trying to navigate your way back.
Shad, fucking, you're a urban explorer. You can do that shit. Or your fucking city knowledge bullshit.
Does City Secrets apply to this tile?
It would give you an advantage on a survival check, but because of the situation, the circumstance, and the sheer age of this place, it doesn't apply one-to-one.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Shit.
It does aid you on some skills.
Alrighty.
Because I know I definitely want to just say fucking we stealth, but I don't know who wants to
I
do
mean,
this.
What are y'all doing?
who do you think has the highest stealth? Let's be honest.
Honestly, it's either me or fucking Imp.
It's Imp.
I have Supreme Sneak.
It's Imp. It's Imp.
Literally me.
It's always gonna be
Not
Imp.
always.
I have a
It is
plus
always
12
Imp.
to stealth.
All right.
Also,
that's
I
what
have
asked
higher
earlier,
stealth
and
than
you
you
didn't
do.
say shit. So fucking do that shit.
Squant.
Calm down.
Ah!
All right.
I mean, there's a giant fucking.
So it has locked eyes with us and notices us. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It currently has direct line of sight on you.
Is it like so this thing towers over all the buildings? Yeah.
Yes.
Is it currently like behind some buildings and like we just see its head, or is it like full body visible?
You see like the top half of its body. It has a couple buildings in its way.
Okay, I see. In that case, I'm going to try to I'm flipping the hood up and I'm like, fucking follow me, let's go, 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 go. And I'm going to try and scoot us off down a pathway and dip in between alleys and stuff as sneakily as possible, but also quickly.
Go ahead, roll a stealth check
All right.
with a +10.
Plus 10. Rogue dimension, here we go.
Oh no.
For the sake of you guiding the party, you do not enter the rogue dimension this time.
Yeah.
Because that would actively detriment you. But you are able to gain a success towards returning to the safe house. You see, as you start leading them around, you duck into this one alley as you see it walk about 60 feet past and continue going towards where you were a couple of moments ago, before it turns back towards the alley you were all at with this narrowed stare. Not quite getting close enough to you to do anything yet. What's next?
I just thought about it now. Would I have been able to hunter's mark him before he did all that?
What's the range on it?
Probably not that good.
Also, what good would enhanced tracking of this guy do right now?
Honestly, I was going to do perception to kind of get a bearing of where he's at so we're not heading straight for him. And hunter's mark's 90 feet, so
Okay, yeah, you hunters mark him, and you have this vague idea of how you can track their position, and you're going to use perception to try to find a route that would be harder for him to take.
Or at least making sure that we're not heading into his direction, kind of get a bearing of alright, if we keep moving this way, at least we're being away from him, we're not going to him.
Go ahead, roll perception at advantage.
Alright.
Is he about 90 feet away, you'd say? Or closer?
At this point, around 75 feet right now.
Okay.
Pardon me, currently.
Ooh, 25.
That is a success. You are able to continue forward, quickly glancing for other paths, anything in specific. Some people start to turn down one alley, and you drag them all out, continuing forward. As you see down that alley, this figure, black ethereal claws grip onto the side of the building before its head turns into the alley and slams its hand down towards you all, but you all just manage to continue running down before it can get you. What's next?
How close was it at the closest?
It's the tip of its claws were able to grind into the dirt around 45 feet away.
45 feet away. How large is it? Size category.
Let me just double check.
Big.
This boy's big, beefy boy. This one is what's me, large, huge, gargantuan, I believe.
Wow. Okay. Sanus can stay behind for a brief second or two so that he's in range to attempt Blood Curse of Binding.
Okay. Post that real quick.
Amplified.
Let's see. No more than one size larger than
Amplify.
you. Amplify. Regardless of size. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't know whether or not it had blood anyway, so...
Gotcha. Okay. For the sake of it, it does not have blood. So it has to make a strength save.
Strength save.
I'm going to roll this publicly.
It's probably going to be fucking massive, but whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
it rolls a natural 20.
Well, worth a shot.
So that is one failure. as you staying back to do this on this creature, it manages to get close enough. It goes to make a swipe out, not quite able to hit, but just being in its aura exudes this draining energy. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 15, let me double check. That's a fail. So you take 16 necrotic damage.
Okay.
As you run to catch up with the group at this point. With your enhanced speed, you're able to do so without much issue. What's next?
Would I be able to attempt to roll an investigation check to see if there's any paths that are more secluded than any other in our travel back to the safe house?
For sure, go ahead and roll investigation.
You got it. 16.
16? That is a success.
Excellent.
Navigating through different corridors and paths, you manage to find one section that appears to be mostly caved in, but if you just hop over this one pile of rubble, you're able to get into a clear alley, which is a nice straight shot for a good long while, and you're able to make some good distance that way. At this point, you know you're getting close to the safe house. What's next?
Could I try to do something similar to what I did when we first came down here and try to whip a dagger down an alleyway and try to make enough of a racket that draws his attention?
I will definitely supply the dagger for that one.
I have an infinite supply.
He does have an infinite supply.
True. Okay.
Let's see. What skill would that be?
I'm trying to if I may
Probably either acrobatics
apply
or
input, I was
athletics.
going to say sleight of hand maybe because I'm trying to throw it
Sleight of hand
deftly
would be-
down and out.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Sleight of hand.
Oh my god!
Huge success.
He enters the sleight of hand dimension. No.
The dagger enters the rogue dimension.
Not quite, unfortunately.
It tries its damnedest.
As you exit one of these alleys, you see the figure off in the distance, beginning to look towards you, and you just quickly upright this dagger and whip it to the other side of the street into another alley. And it averts its gaze long enough and distracts it as you all run past into the next alleyway, momentarily delaying it.
Take it.
One more success is needed to get to the safe house.
Oh shit.
Tau.
Yep.
When I initially came down here, I rolled a history check that ended up being a 26 to give me a lay of the land. Can I roll that history check to kind of have some sort of, how to explain this? Some sort of memory of how this gridlock works?
In this circumstance, given the architecture does sort of change as the levels descend, you would be able to roll history. The DC would be higher, though.
I'll give it a go anyway.
Oh dear.
Go ahead and roll a history check.
23.
That is a success.
Nice.
You take a moment to... You take a moment, everyone stops, as Vin just starts thinking, going through different routes they could take, and you realize a very probable and likely shortcut, as you actually cut through one of these half-destroyed buildings and bypass an entire alleyway, and you are now about 60 feet away from the entrance of the safe house,
Yeah, and
as you're all running towards it.
We're home free, let's go!
As Vin yells this out, you see around 500 feet back this towering figure, burning blue eyes, smoky as it looks towards the safe house. It begins sprinting
I'm gonna
towards you.
smack Vin in the back of the fucking head as she says that.
And I'm gonna smack his ass and cast haste, let's move!
As you all make your way towards the safe house, teleportation circle still set up on the ground. You see this figure coming quick, Vin.
There is no wait time, let's do this, I strike.
You strike the ground with the chalk and finish the circle as this doorway opens, as you all run through. As you see the shadowy hand of this figure slam down by the door of the safe house, as you see the building begin to crumble around you as the door closes. Everyone's through.
Shit.
The fuck was that, Vin?
I need to
Gonna
learn to
fucking
keep my
kill
big...
us? Yeah, you fucking do.
Oh, shut up!
You shut up.
Goodbye.
You all find yourselves bickering on the deck of the Endurance.
So, Vin, I feel like we need to have a conversation about
Subtlety.
discretion.
And noise control.
Please. God.
Yeah.
Look. I got nothing. She lays on the ground. She just full on sprawls on the ground.
You hear footsteps coming from the stairwell below. As you see Lorelei kind of lean elbows against the floor of the deck, kind of leaning against the stairs. So how'd it go?
Fuck.
Everybody collectively glares at... No.
So, we almost died a few times,
That good, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
The usual, really.
and I got to kill my masters.
Kind of cocks head to the side. I'm concerned.
No, it was fine.
They were
It was-
already dead,
it was
admittedly.
fine.
She kind of just squints at you, Sanders. I won't ask.
Well, re-kill them? Listen, I don't know.
Well, you kind of helped them put the rest, right?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
wanted it.
So it was all good.
Zephyr's making dinner. Do you want
Oh
anything?
God, please, yes.
Oh, absolutely. By the way, we got your parts.
Thank gods, that's the important part. And your lives. Your lives are also important, but the parts also quite important.
The parts I think were most important at this point.
I like living.
Yeah,
I also
that
like
too.
living.
All right, yeah,
I was gonna say, I prefer that one.
yeah. Living.
I would agree.
Is there a couch nearby?
You're currently on the deck of an airship.
Hell yeah,
No.
deck couch. Let's go.
I pressed to digitate a couch.
The cantrip is not strong enough. You create a miniature couch.
Okay, I'm fine. She holds it in her
like
hand.
like a D&D mini.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
What is this, a couch
She-
for ants?
She throws it over the deck.
It vanishes before it hits the ground because it only lasts 6 seconds.
That's fine. That's fine. Dinner sounds lovely, Lorelei.
I can see Vin
All
throwing
right.
that as soon as it leaves her hands, it just kind of it was a really bad snowball.
All right.
Oh shit. But dinner.
As
yes.
you all descend into the lower decks of the Endurance, we're going to take a quick break.
Cool. Okay.
pizza
Sounds
time.
good.
Already.
Beverage.
Already. But yes, we are all ready to resume.
Yes.
You're
Yep.
All right. You all make your way down into the lower levels of the Endurance, where there's a dining room set up. It's quaint given the distribution of space on an airship, but it is able to fit you all. Attending the dinner is Lorelei, Evar, and Zephyr, as well as all of you. It's just a very, very simple but delightful dinner. Very well made. Zephyr is a very charismatic man. He knows how to cook.
Oh hell yeah.
And very fine wine is being provided for anyone who wishes to have a glass.
I think
A
after what we
glass?
went through. Oh no.
Can you find me a whole bottle of that?
Lorelei snaps her fingers and, appearing in front of you, a bottle of fine wine.
You are fucking wonderful. And she pops that and she's going to town.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake. But then again, after
I
what
mean-
we went through, that's actually needed.
I mean, as a co-owner of the Varos Distillery, I would just, it's the least I can do.
Yo, well,
Oh yeah, you own a distillery.
wait a minute. You own a distillery?
Yeah, she told us a while back.
This is new, actually,
Oh.
I believe.
Oh.
The Varos Arcanum Distillery.
You must
Oh,
have heard
actually,
something because of your
no.
fancy ass.
No, actually, I think I
you
don't
might
know
have-
of this.
You might have passed by it during the Wayfarers Festival. We have a little stand there called the Hero's Journey.
You know what? I do remember seeing that.
Ah, I do too. It all makes sense now.
Uh-huh.
Is this yours?
Best wine. Not personally. I co-own it with my brother, but
Good wine. She goes back to drinking the bottle.
best in the Wildwoods, I would say. Zephyr leans in. She's exaggerating. And then you see a wrench impact Zephyr in the side of the head.
I can toast to that.
Alright. I deserve that.
Damn.
And you all enjoy dinner. If there's any specific topic of discussion you would like to have, feel free to take the reins here.
God, where to start?
For sake of, in Vin's case, she would enjoy dinner with everybody and have all that, but then afterwards she's gonna go find somewhere to lay down.
Just not quite feeling social tonight?
Not quite. Not
Understood.
quite.
I'm
She
actually
seems
kind
a little exhausted. Like
I
the whole
mean-
point of it.
Yeah, literally. I mean, especially after what we gone through down there, I kind of don't blame her. I mean, my God, fucking, that was some weird shit down there.
What is it that you saw down there?
What didn't we see down there?
Money.
Did you see literally everything down there? That would be weird.
That would be pretty fucking weird. There's a big ass thing down there. Big shadowy figure about like 20 feet tall. Big blue eyes. Gave us a mighty fun chase. We almost got away with it. Almost got away from it without a problem. But that one, I'm pointing to Vin as she's wandering off, had to announce our escape quite loudly. It is fun.
You notice she's taking the bottle with her.
Well, you all look pretty much unscathed, so I think you're fine.
I would say by the skin of our teeth, but we're here. Thank God.
Well, it wouldn't be a valiant escape without it.
Yeah, you make a fair point. But God, just stuff I've never seen, especially, I guess, in the underdarks of literally cities. Just
The abandoned sectors of Everstone are very seldom talked about in most circles, Zephyr
Yeah.
says.
And they should probably stay that
I
way.
can definitely see why too. Yeah.
Yeah. If that thing were to get out, we all might have difficulty dealing with it.
Fortunately
Collectively.
for us, it doesn't quite like the sun.
Thankfully.
Good.
Most things down there don't. They've kind of developed that sensitivity, so to speak.
Well, shit, if we would have known that, we would just had Vin cast a shit ton of light.
Regular light, it doesn't do it.
It was an effort. But, damn.
Damn is a good way to put it.
But, any updates on the north? On how that's going?
The three of them kind of just glance towards each other, and Zephyr just gives a nod. We got word from Tivium. The Iron Haven has fallen.
Fuck.
Talion and a couple other soldiers made their way to Everstone through the teleportation circles. They basically had to drag him out kicking and screaming because he did not want to leave. But he would have died if he stayed. And even worse news. Well, let's say we were doing fine until he showed up, and he pulls out a book, a sketchbook, and just tosses it on the table, and it slides towards you.
I guess I'll pick it up and take a look. Am I gonna share it with the other two?
I assume you do. As you open it up, you see a very detailed drawing of this ancient white dragon with this gemstone embedded in the center of its chest. I got a glimpse of this from Tivium before he fled Ironlock.
So they have a literal dragon on their side.
Oh, shit.
Seemingly so.
Oh, that's fucking lovely.
Tao, am I able to make any kind of check to... Is this actually, like, somewhat of news? Because it's like, until he showed up, at least there's got to be some kind of knowledge, right?
Make a history check at disadvantage.
Oh, God. All right. I don't like that at all.
It's lore from another land that you've never been to and haven't really deeply researched.
Okay, well, that makes complete sense now. Ooh, still a 15, all right.
Still a 15. Thinking back, there's not much that would give away any sort of idea that the Frostborn would have a dragon at their disposal. But you do remember picking up names consistently from your encounter with Winslow, from the notes you recovered from Lucine's manor. The same name showing up several times. Sinrid, the Tyrant. And at that moment, you just make the connection. The Frostborn doesn't have a dragon at their disposal. It's being led by one.
Fuck. Oh no, this is... I think I just have all the dread in the world right now. I'm just like, fuck. 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 Oh, God.
Everything okay?
Remembering things back from the Ice Fangs and what we saw in this fucking it. There's no way the Ice Fangs doing this. This is aiding them. This is assisting them. It's leading them. There's no other explanation.
Well,
Fuck.
I was hoping that wasn't the case, but here we are.
I'll probably slide the book back to him. It's like, yeah, this changes things.
Zephyr just kind of leans back in his seat a bit and looks over towards Lorelei. How long till Ronan gets the parts ready to build the cannon? Once I get them to him? A day. He's the best smith in the Wildwoods, after all. Right. We'll be ready for him when he gets here.
I like the optimism.
Just he gives you a side glance, Imp, and his facial expression is very much one of confidence. But he's looking at you with kind of like, really, dude? Now? Right now? This is when you're doing this? With his eyes? And you basically get that entire sentence just from the look of his eyes.
I would say when he looks at me, though, like, me saying that was very much so not genuine. It was just like I have, like, the half-closed eyes, and I'm like, well, shit, it's that kind of tone and response. So when he gives me that look, I'm just shrugging, and I'm like, fuck, man. Just trying to lighten the mood.
Will there be anything that we can assist with? I mean... we got the parts, that's just about all, I guess.
In terms of repairing the cannons, I think Lorelei's got it on lock. Once I get the parts, it'll be ready in a couple days. As for those Frostborn agents that you saw at the teleportation circle, I've been looking into them a bit. I have a couple leads that we can go over in the morning if you're looking to help me on that.
Well, shit, yeah. Stop them where we can, really.
Preventing any form of sabotage for the day of attack could be vital.
I'm gonna look over to Imp and Sanus and be like, well, what do you guys think?
I think that might be reasonable.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, like, do we know how long it'll take for them to get here?
Well, you guys were down there for a day and a half. So it's been about 2 days by the time we get to next morning. Anywhere from 5 days to 12 days-ish. We don't know exactly when they'll arrive. The closer they get, the more certain we'll be of an exact time.
Well, longer the better, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Say Imp is visibly sort of just like, kind of like not looking at anyone, kind of like looking down, arms crossed, brow furrowed. He's like thinking about something, but that's about it.
Could I see that with my passive?
Yeah, I'm not.
It's pretty clear
I'm
to see. He's not trying to hide it.
Okay.
Yeah, clearly thinking about something.
I think at this point I'll probably like get up and kind of put a hand on Imp and be like, well, I think I'm going to retire for the night. It seems like we got some work to do in the morning.
Imp will flinch at your touching, but it'll be like, yeah, sure.
And I guess I'll just kind of do a 2-finger salute and walk off and find a place for rest for the night.
As you both leave, Ivar makes eye contact with you, Sanus. Kind of sets down his glass. I think it's about time we had a talk. Is it not?
Sure. I think so as well, though this is, like I said, your story to share. So who you wish to be here is up to you. I have no complaints either way.
He kind of stands up and just leans on the table. I'm going to have many questions, and you're going to have to be fucking honest with me. And that's what we'll pick up next session.
Oh!
Well.
Damn!
Damn, I just wanted to answer the questions.
We could do that at the start of next episode.
Oh no!
Well,
Damn!
hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all liked that one.
Now I got a lot of thinking to do. Shit!
I think we all have a lot of thinking to do, my friend.
Yeah.
You don't know any of this yet!
Just
Are you
a
kidding
little
me?
bit.
We jumped out of
Just a
the
little
frying
bit.
pan and into the freezer.
What?
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 Because Iceborne.
Oh.
Because ice.
I'm glad
Die.
I will. I perish. Goodbye, everybody.
Ciao for
But
now.
yes, we will see y'all next time. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye.